Well, it's time for another event. And after a bit of fun in the sun with Old Tail Squad and as well as Marciana, Naga, and Tia, now it's time for some UN backstory and possibly some tragedy. We already technically got some of Ingrid's backstory because thanks to the Enter Heaven event with EH, because they went through EH's backstory, and Ingrid is her sister, so we got a bit of Ingrid's story. And then we got Mustang's backstory from the Pretty Star side story and an East Star event. So the only CEO left to explore is Sion. The start of an old memory.
다들 잘 돼가고 있어?
How's everyone coming along? For the longest time, anytime this brat would show up, I'd always want to take a crowbar to her head. Give her the old Jason Todd special. Because she was so insufferable. There is an event, the first winter event, Miracle Snow, that actually redeemed her for me. So we'll see what this event does for her. She did go through a lot, but she's still a brat.
슈엔이 왔다!
Siwen's here!
슈엔?
Siwen?
뭐야, 왜 그렇게 놀라? 내가 못 올 때 왔어?
What? Why do you look so surprised? Am I not allowed to drop by?
아니, 그건 아닌데.
No, that's not it.
의외니까?
It's just unexpected?
요즘 바쁘다고 직접 테스트하러 오진 않았잖아.
You've been so busy lately, you haven't come by to run tests yourself in a while.
시기가 시기잖아.
Considering the current situation,
3차 지상 탈환전을 한다는데 뭐라도 해야지.
with the third surface reclamation war coming up, I've got to do my part.
그리고
Besides,
신경 쓰이는 것도 있으니까.
there's something on my mind too.
신경 쓰이는 거?
Something bothering you?
아무것도 아니야.
It's nothing.
그보다 준비는 잘 돼가고 있어?
Anyway, our preparation's going.
잘 되고 있고 말고.
It's going splendidly, of course!
맥셀이 직접 무장을 조정해주고 있었다.
Maxwell's been tuning my weapons herself.
그래?
Oh yeah?
그럼 나도 도와줄게.
Then I'll lend a hand too.
네가 직접?
You will? Personally?
웬일이야?
What's gotten into you?
정말 오랜만이군.
Wow, it's been so long!
쉔이 직접 조정을 해준다니.
Siwen's actually gonna tune my weapons herself!
말했잖아. 3차 지상 탈환전이니까 뭐든 해야 된다고.
Like I said, it's the third surface reclamation war. I've got to do whatever I can.
이번에도 미실리스의 성과가 가장 낮으면
If Bacillus performs the worst again,
또 무슨 일이 일어날지.
there's no telling what'll happen.
걱정하지 마라, 쉔.
Fear not, Siwen!
네가 준 이 파워업한 히어로 슈트만 있다면 무슨 일이든 다 막아낼 수 있다.
With this powered-up hero suit you gave me, I can fend off anything that comes our way.
그래, 그렇겠지.
Right. I suppose so.
아, 뭐 그런 걱정 같은 거 다 빼놓고서라도
Well, putting all those worries aside,
새로운 슈트를 줄 때 지상에서 급하게 준 감이 있었기도 했으니까.
things were a bit rushed when I gave you your new suit up on the surface.
오랜만에 얼굴도 볼 겸 겸사겸사 온 거야.
I figured it'd also be a good chance to see you guys again after so long.
그렇군. 그런 의미라면 잘 왔다.
I see! In that case, it's good you came!
그나저나 드레이크는?
Where's Drake, by the way?
바디 체크 쪽에서 추가로 정밀 검사해야 할 부분이 있다고 해서.
Apparently, after her last body scan, they flagged some areas for further examination.
그쪽을 보러 갔어.
So she went to follow up on that.
그럼 오는데 좀 걸리겠네.
So she'll be a while then. That's a fun way to say that this is why Drake's banner isn't available yet. We'll see it next week, or really in a couple days, but it'll be 2 weeks before I cover that.
난 좋다.
That's okay with me.
이 멤버로만 있는 것도 정말 오랜만이고.
It's been forever since it was just the 3 of us.
그러고 보니 그렇네.
Now that you mention it, you're right.
드레이크도 없던 시절에 완전 매티스 초기 중에 초기 멤버잖아.
You and I were original MATIS members back before Drake even joined, weren't we?
그렇다.
That's right.
그런 의미에서 이번 테스트는 마치 프로토타입이었던 그 시절을 떠올리며
With that in mind, for this test, let's channel our prototype days
실전보다 더 실전의 느낌으로 가겠다.
and go harder than real combat.
맥스, 쉔, 얼른 테스트를 시작하자.
Maxwell, Sewan, let's start the test already.
난 다 준비됐다.
I'm raring to go.
아우, 시끄러. 알겠으니까 얼른 위치로 가.
Pipe down, would you? Fine, just get into position.
시뮬레이션 시작할 테니까.
I'll start the simulation.
알겠다. 히어로 달려나가게.
Roger! Hero dash! Laplace dashes out of the operations room, taking up position in the center of the simulation room.
쉔, 맥스, 위치에 도착했다.
Sewan, Maxwell, I'm in position.
좋아, 준비해.
Good. Get ready.
라플라스, 레디.
Laplace, ready! Sewan gazes at Laplace, standing in the center of the room. Then looks over at Maxwell, who's watching the monitors on in the operations room.
그때도 분명 이랬었지.
Just like it used to be. Old memories come flooding back. And that was when... Oh, is it? It's not going to give me the option to play the intro. That sucks. Actually, hang on. Oh! Oh, this is a one-story event! Oh wait, no, never mind, next story too. Haha, I'm an idiot. Yeah, no, it's weird they won't let me replay the, title screen coming in, but whatever. A Girl's World. Side A. Sound of a TV drifts through the dark room. Grand music swells as a stylishly dressed female hero appears on the TV.
히어로가 왔다.
Ha ha ha! The hero has arrived!
가자, 히어로들이여.
Let's go, fellow heroes!
출동이다.
Onwards! The girl's eyes sparkle as she stares at the TV, spellbound. Onwards!
악이여, 와라.
Evil, come forth!
어떤 고통으로 모두를 괴롭힌다고 해도
No matter what torment you inflict on others,
나 슈퍼 그레이트 히어로가 있는 한
so long as I, the Ultra Hero, still stand,
희망은 꺼지지 않는다.
hope will never be extinguished. Though, yeah, Korean voice calls her Great Hero instead, so, eh.
정의는 패배하지 않는다.
Justice shall never be defeated! The girl makes small, flailing motions with her arms.
패배하지 않는다.
Never be defeated!
헛!
Once the Ultra Hero has defeated every last Rapture Fiend, he stands tall before the camera.
히어로 승리했다.
Another victory for the heroes! The girl's eyes light up at the sight. Whoa, so cool!
슈엔?
Siwan?
뭐야? 왜 이렇게
What? Why is it so dark in here? Huh?
아이, 깜짝이야!
You scared me!
무릎 아파.
Ow! My knee hurts.
뭐야 너? 왜 노크도 안 하고 들어와?
What the heck? Why did you barge in without knocking?
뭐래?
What are you even talking about?
여긴 내 연구실이고 네가 침입한 거거든?
This is my lab. You're the one who broke in. Maxwell glances at the TV screen.
그리고 그냥 마음 편히 보라니까.
You know, you don't have to hide the fact that you're watching that.
어린애가 히어로 영화를 좋아하는 게 뭐 그렇게 문제라고.
There's something wrong with a kid liking superhero movies.
좋아하는 거 아니거든. 어린애도 아니야.
I don't like that stuff. And I'm not a kid. The girl quickly switches channels.
아이고, 그래서 시설 좋은 네 방 놔두고 여기 와서 그걸 보고 있냐?
Right. Is that why you ditched that fancy room of yours? So you could watch this in here?
그건
That's...
아버님이 싫어하시니까.
Father doesn't approve of this. Siwan shrinks back deep into the sofa. Maxwell roughly ruffles Siwan's hair.
뭐야?
Hey! What the?
벌써부터 쭈그러들어서 인상 쓰지 마.
Don't start scrunching up your face and scowling already.
그러다 키 안 큰다.
Keep that up and you'll never grow any taller.
네, 누가 안 커? 나 완전 잘 클 거거든.
Who says I won't? I'm gonna grow super tall! Whatever you say, shorty.
아버님도 키 엄청 크고 걔도
Father's really tall, and so is...
여튼 키 클 거야.
Anyway, I'm gonna grow taller!
아, 그러세요?
Is that so?
그럼 키 잘 클 것 같은 슈엔 어린이. 어른인 나는 이제 일해야 하니까 좀 나가주지 않을래?
I'm sure you're gonna grow nice and tall, little Siwan. Now, this grown-up has work to do, so why don't you see yourself out?
이래봬도 꽤 유능한 연구원이거든?
Believe it or not, I'm actually a pretty capable researcher.
나도 해야 할 연구가 있고.
I've got research to conduct.
넌 아버님 돈 받고 다니는 거잖아.
You only work here because father pays you.
어?
Oh, really now?
나는 아버님의 친딸이고 미실리스의 적통이니까.
I'm his daughter, and the rightful heir to Bacillus.
미실리스 내에 내가 갈 수 없는 곳은 없어.
There's nowhere in Bacillus I can't go.
그러셨어요.
Is that right?
내 고용 계약은 어디까지나 미실리스 인더스트리와 돼 있거든?
My employment contract is strictly with Bacillus Industry.
거기에 꼬맹이 보호는 포함돼 있지 않고.
Babysitting little pipsqueaks like you isn't in the fine print.
게다가 아무리 적통이어도 미실리스 내부에 아무데나 갈 수 있는 권한이 있는 건 CEO뿐이란다. 알겠냐?
Besides, heir or not, the only one with clearance to go anywhere inside Bacillus is the CEO. Got it?
아, 그날 그 휴게실에 가는 게 아니었는데.
I never should have set foot in that break room that day.
나 만난 거 후회해?
Do you regret meeting me?
꼬맹이?
What?
나 여기 다신 오지 마?
Am I not welcome here anymore?
나가야 해?
Do I have to leave?
아, 됐다. 그냥 여기서 얌전히 TV나 봐라.
Fine. Just sit there quietly and watch your TV.
씨,
그럴 거면서 나 배고파.
I knew you were gonna let me stay. I'm hungry!
에휴, 저 되바라진 꼬맹이.
You cheeky little...
거기 있는 간식 먹어.
There's some snacks over there. Help yourself.
말 안 해도 먹을 거야.
I'm gonna eat them even without your permission. She's still a brat.
그래, 먹어라 먹어. 그래야 키가 크지.
Yeah, eat up. That's how you'll grow taller.
키 잘 클 거거든. 아버님만큼 클 거야.
I will grow up tall, just as tall as father. Ewan pops a cookie into her mouth. She resumes flipping through the channels.
자꾸 채널 돌리지 말고 그냥 좋아하는 히어로 영화나 봐.
Quit switching channels and just watch one of those superhero movies you like so much.
어이, 정말 안 좋아한다니까.
I told you, I don't like them! Ewan quickly changes the channel.
난 뉴스 보는 거 좋아.
I like watching the news.
중앙정부는 2차 지상 탈환전에 실패해
Following the failure of the Second Surface Reclamation War. Oh shit! This was a long while back! Ewan's a lot older than I thought!
3대 회사 역시 일부 책임이 있다고 말하며
The central government has stated that the Big Three also bear a share of the responsibility.
특히 미실리스 인더스트리의 니케 개발 기술이 점점 퇴화하고 있는 것이 원인이라며
Citing the steady decline of Bacillus Industries' NIKKE development technology as a primary cause,
미실리스의 CEO 엔메에게 정식으로 항의할 것이라 말했습니다.
they announced they will launch a formal protest with Bacillus CEO Enmi. I do like how they gave him that name because it comes off as enemy, so yeah.
이에 여론 역시 엔메 CEO의 업적은 인정하나 그의 니케 개발 방향이 방주의 성장과 맞지 않는다며 비난의 목소리를
While there is widespread knowledge of Enmi's accomplishments, the public has also voiced criticism that his direction for NIKKE development no longer aligns with the ARC's future.
저게 무슨 말이야?
What are they saying?
아버님이 비난을 받아? 왜?
Father's being criticized? Why?
신경 쓰지 마.
Don't pay it any mind.
여느 때와 같이 중앙정부가 남의 탓을 하는 것뿐이니까.
It's just the central government pinning the blame on others. Same as always.
남의 탓?
Pinning the blame on others?
너 2차 지상 탈환전이 실패한 건 알고 있지?
You know the Second Surface Reclamation War ended in failure, right?
응. 우리 회사 니케들도 엄청 많이 죽었다고 들었어.
Yeah. I heard a whole lot of NIKKEs from our company died too.
잘 알고 있네.
You know your stuff.
처음에는 총지휘관인 샛별이 문제라고 했다가
At first, they pointed fingers at the executive commander, New Hope. Johan.
그놈이 탈주하고 나니까
After he bailed,
끝까지 자기 탓은 아니라고 물고 늘어지고 싶은 거지.
they needed someone else to sink their teeth in, refusing to take responsibility until the very end.
여론이 자신들에게 창을 겨눠선 안 될 테니까.
Can't have public opinion turning against them, after all.
근데 그걸 왜 우리 탓을 해?
But why blame us for it?
방주에 들어온 이후로 미실리스에서 성능 좋은 새로운 타입의 니켈을 만들어내지 않았으니까.
Because ever since we entered the Ark, Bacillus hasn't put out a single high-performance NIKKE.
니켈 제작 기술의 원본이 우리 회사에 있다는 건 알고 있어?
You do know the original technology to manufacture NIKKEs belongs to our company, right? Entirely because Bacillus also has dealings with... Oh, I forget what the religion's name is, but the organization Deep as well.
응, 알아.
Yeah, I knew that.
할머님이 만드셨다고 했어.
I heard grandmother was the one who developed it. What? Oh! Oh no!
그래. 네 할머니인 일대 CEO께서 모든 니케의 프로토타입을 만들고
That's right. Your grandmother, the first CEO, created the prototype for every Nikkei. Ewan's grandmother created Lily Vice? Oh!
이후 그 마이너 버전인 페어리테일 타입 니케들까지 만들어냈지.
After that, she went on to develop the Grimm's model Nikkeis as a minor variant.
그 후 양산형 니케와 고유 외형을 가진 니케의 제작 방법까지 확립해 놓은 후
Then, once she'd established the production methods for mass-produced Nikkeis and Nikkeis with unique designs,
2대 CEO이신 네 아버지에게 자리를 물려주시곤 연구에 들어가셨거든.
she handed the reins over to your father, the second CEO, and devoted herself to research.
방주에 들어오기 전까진 중앙정부의 주도 아래 어찌저찌 그 기술들로 연구해서 니케 능력을 향상시키는데 총력을 다했다고 하는데
From what I've heard, up until we entered the Ark, they kept researching that technology under the leadership of the central government and poured everything into boosting the Nikkei's performance.
방주에 들어온 이후엔
But after we took refuge in the Ark,
엔메 사장님이 니케 발전보다는 통신산업 쪽에 힘을 실으면서 사실상 더 이상 니케 기술의 발전은 없다고 봐도 무방했어.
President Enmi threw his weight behind the telecom industry instead of advancing Nikkeis. Nikkei technology practically stopped progressing altogether.
놈들은 그걸 걸고 넘어지고 싶은 거야.
That's exactly what those guys want to use against us.
이번 2차 지상 탈원전이 실패한 이유는 니케의 성능이 부족해서라고 말하면서
They claim the Second Service Reclamation War failed because the Nikkeis weren't powerful enough.
방주에 들어와서 니케의 발전이 없는 이유가
That's the reason there's been no Nikkei advancement since we entered the Ark.
미실리스가 니케 제작 기술의 원본을 보여주지 않았기 때문이다 라고 압박을 하고 싶은 거지.
It's because Bacillus won't reveal the original Nikkei manufacturing technology. Or at least, that's how they want to frame it.
왜 그렇게 하는데?
Why would they do that?
여론전이 잘 되면 자신들의 책임을 미실리스 쪽에 덜어낼 수 있을 테고
If they win the PR battle, they can dump more of the responsibility onto Bacillus.
잘 안 돼도 니케 오리지널 설계도를 공유받을 수 있을지도 모르니
And even if it fails, they might still be able to get their hands on the original Nikkei blueprint. Ewan munches on a sweet biscuit.
왜 그래? 계속 말해.
What? Keep going!
아니다. 어린애한테 무슨 말을 하냐.
Never mind. What am I doing telling all this to a kid?
아무튼 신경 안 써도 된다고.
At any rate, you don't need to worry about it.
네 아버지가 누군데 이런 일에 눈 하나 깜짝할 사람일 것 같냐?
This is your father we're talking about. You think something like this would even make him bat an eye?
중앙정부 놈들이 이슈가 연달아 터져서 제정신이 아니라 저러는 것 같은데
Looks to me like the central government's losing it with all these problems bubbling up one after another.
정신 차리면 후회할 놈들은 저놈들일 거다.
Once they come to their senses, they're the ones who will be sorry.
미실리스는 절대 안 무너져.
Bacillus will never fall.
그럼 다행이고.
Well, that's good.
그러니까 꼬맹이는 그쪽으로 머리 쓰지 말고 잘 먹고 잘 크기나 하자. 어?
So, how about you stop racking that little brain of yours and focus on eating well so you grow up big and strong, eh?
너 그렇게 걱정만 하면 키 안 큰다.
Worrying too much will stunt your growth.
너 왜 아까부터 키 얘기를?
Why do you keep harping on my height?
이 시간에 누구지?
Who could that be at this hour?
계시나요?
Is anyone in? Uh-oh.
그래. 들어와.
Yes, come in. Oh no.
실례합니다.
Pardon the intrusion.
아버지께서 맥스웰 씨를 찾고 계셔갖고요.
Father's been asking for you, Maxwell.
엔메 사장님이? 지금?
The boss? Right now?
예, CEO실로 오락했어요.
Yes, he said to come to the CEO's office.
그래.
Oh. Alright.
그나저나 세상에 우리 귀여운 아가가 어디 갔나 했더만.
By the way. Oh, I was wondering where my little cutie had wandered off to.
여기 있었네요.
So this is where you were. Oh. Oh no. Siwon is terrified of Jian.
맥스웰 씨도 아버지를 뵈러 가야 되니까네. 아가는 내랑 같이 가실랍니까?
Since Maxwell has to go see father, why don't you come along with me, sweetie?
싫어. 안 가.
No, I'm not going.
아가, 주인 없는 연구실에 있는 거는 민폐이지 않겠어요?
Sweetie, don't you think it's rude to linger in someone's lab when they're not around?
아버지가 아시면 놀랄 것 같은데.
If father were to find out, he'd be alarmed.
갈게.
Fine, I'll go! Siwon climbs down from the sofa and trudges off.
야, 꼬맹이.
Hey, Pipsqueak,
간식 채워놓을 테니까 또 와.
I'll stock up on snacks, so stop by again sometime. Okay,
그럼 다음에 봬요.
see you next time. Siwon and Jian leave.
저거 분위기 쎄한 게 지 아버지랑 똑같잖아.
An unsettling air about her. She's exactly like her father, isn't she?
슈엔이 질겁하고 싫어할 만하네.
No wonder Siwon's so spooked and can't stand her.
슈엔이 저걸 어떻게 이겨?
How was Siwon ever supposed to go up against that?
다음 후계는 역시 지엔인가? 그럼 슈엔은
The next successor's bound to be Jian. But what will become of Siwon?
아이, 됐다. 걱정해서 뭐해?
Forget it. What's the point in worrying?
저 꼬맹이 인생이 월급쟁이보단 낫겠지.
At any rate, that Pipsqueak's life will still turn out better than a working stiff like me.
일이나 하러 가자.
Oh well. Time to get back to work. A Girl's World. Side B.
지엔,
Jian.
내 이복 언니.
Oh, Jian. My older half-sister.
인사해라. 네 언니다.
Oh shit, that's what the father looks like. This is your sister. Go on, say hello.
안녕하세요, 아가. 지엔이라고 해요.
Hello there, sweetie. My name's Jian.
사랑하는 아버님이 갑작스럽게 데려온 처음 보는 자매.
A sister I'd never met. Brought home out of nowhere by my beloved father.
똑똑하고 능력도 좋아서.
She was clever and capable. And so,
슈엔님, 그거 들으셨어요?
Lady Siwon, did you hear?
지엔님이 새로운 니케 뇌스캔 기술을 개발했대요.
They say Miss Jian developed a new NIKKE brain scan technology.
그게 있으면 니케가 기억을 잃어버려도 스캔이 가능하다는데 저 어린 나이에 정말 대단하지 않나요?
Apparently, it can scan a NIKKE even after it's lost its memories. Pretty impressive for someone so long, isn't it?
라라는 누구 메이드야?
Lala, whose maid are you?
그렇게 좋으면 걔한테 가.
If you like her that much, go work for her.
어머, 그런 말씀 마세요. 저한테는 우리 아가씨가 제일인거려?
Oh my, don't say that. You'll always be the very best to me, young miss.
아버님과 함께 일을 한다는 게 질투가 나긴 했지만
Sure, I was jealous that she got to work alongside father,
이렇게까지 싫어한 건 아니었다.
but I didn't despise her to this extent.
슈엔님, 지엔님이 찾아오셨어요.
Miss Yuen, Miss Jian is here to see you.
또 왔다고?
Again?
아가, 같이 밥이나 먹을래요?
Hi, sweetie. Why don't we grab a bite together?
화내고 밀어냈는데도 포기하지 않고 나를 찾아와 밥을 먹자고 해줬고.
Even when I lashed out and pushed her away, she never gave up. She'd always show up, asking me to eat with her.
쎄한 점이 있다고는 해도.
Even so, there was something unsettling about her.
저건 계속 아가 옆에만 딱 붙어있더만. 아가 전속 메이드인가요?
How come that thing's perpetually glued to your side? Is it your personal maid or something?
저거? 설마 라라를 말하는 거야?
That thing? Don't tell me you mean Lala.
예.
Yes.
라라는 물건이 아니야.
Lala is not a thing!
내 소중한 메이드야.
She's a maid who's precious to me!
어머, 아가씨.
Oh my, young miss!
아, 맞나?
Ah, is that so?
미안해요. 아가한테 그렇게 소중한 사람인지 몰랐네.
My apologies. I had no idea she meant so much to you.
다음부턴 주의할게요.
I'll keep that in mind from now on.
화를 내면 바로 사과하고 태도를 바꿨으니까.
Whenever I got angry, she'd immediately apologize and change her stance.
이렇게까지 무서워하게 된 건
The reason I came to fear her so much.
라라?
Lala?
메이드인 척 스파이를 하고 있었다니.
So, she was playing maid while spying on us all along.
겁도 없군.
Awfully brazen of her.
아버님의 손에 라라가 죽으면서부터 시작된 일이었다.
It all began the moment Lala died at my father's hand.
아가는 저 사람이 되게 좋은갑네.
You seem rather fond of that woman. What?
맨날 어디 갔나 하면 맥스웰 씨 연구실에 가 있잖아요.
Every time I wonder where you've wandered off to, there you are, in Maxwell's lab.
아닌가요?
Am I wrong?
그냥 가는 거야.
I just go there sometimes.
아가,
Sweetie,
아직도 내한테 화났어요?
are you still angry with me? Jian stopped in her tracks.
여전히 그걸 니키로 만든 것 같고 가는 거예요?
Are you still sore about me turning that thing into a Nikkei?
라라를 물건처럼 말하지 마!
Don't talk about Lala like she's an object! Lala is...
아가의 전속 메이드이자 스파이였죠.
your personal maid and a spy. Isn't that right?
캐서 아버지가 죽였고요.
Which is why father killed her.
나도 알아.
I know that.
그걸 아는데도 화가 나나요?
And despite knowing that, you're still angry?
이해가 안 가네.
I don't quite understand.
그거 알지? 그 메이드가 스파이 짓을 하고 있어가 아버지가 쏴 죽였고
I mean, that maid was caught spying, so father shot her.
아가가 그 메이드가 없는 생활을 너무 힘들어하길래
Since you were having such a hard time living without her,
실험실에 보관하고 있던 뇌 꺼내갖고 니키로 만들어준 것뿐인데
I simply took the brain we had in storage in the lab and made it into a Nikkei for you.
여기 어디 화낼 포인트가 있는 거예요?
What exactly is there to get so upset about?
그건 나라가 아니니까
Because that's not Lala!
일단 뇌는 같은데
The brain's the same though, right?
뇌가 같은 게 무슨 소용이야 아무 기억이 없잖아
So what if it's the same brain? She doesn't remember anything at all!
나랑 있었던 추억이 없다고 그런 건 나라가 아니야
She doesn't have any memories of our time together. Whatever that thing is, it's not Lala!
고찰일 뿐이라고
It's nothing but scrap metal! Oh. So this is where it started.
아 기억이 없어가
Ah, because she has no memories?
근데 그건 어쩌겠어요
That part can't be helped.
스파이였던 사람의 뇌를 다시 쓰려면 기억 소거는 필수인걸.
If you want to reuse the brain of someone who was a spy, a memory wipe is a must.
누가 너한테 라라를 다시 살려달라고 했어?
Who asked you to bring Lala back to life?
내가 메이드가 필요하다고 했냐고.
I never said I needed a maid!
하지만 아가가 맨날 울었잖아요.
But you cried every single day, sweetie.
그 메이드가 옆에 없다고 밥도 못 먹고 잠도 제대로 못 잤잖아.
Without that maid by your side, you wouldn't even eat or sleep properly.
그러니까 아가를 원래 생활 패턴으로 돌리려면 그 메이드가 필요하다는 판단이 드는 게 당연하잖아요.
So naturally, I figured the only way to get back to your normal self would be to bring that maid back.
그러면 니키로 만들어 데려오는 게 가장 효율적이고
Turning her into a NIKKE was the most efficient way to do so.
다 니를 위한 거였는데
It was all for your sake, don't you see?
아무것도 모르면서 나를 위한 척 말하지 마.
You don't know anything about me, so don't pretend it was all for me.
아무것도 모르면서 아무것도 모르면서
You know nothing. Nothing, you hear me? Wen runs off.
동생이란 거 진짜 어렵네.
Little sisters really are a handful.
수습해.
Fix this.
예? 뭐를요?
Sorry? What are we fixing?
중앙정부에서 우리한테 2차 지상 탈환전을 떠넘긴 거 못 봤어? 여론 수습하라고.
Didn't you see? The central government is pinning the second surface reclamation war on us. I'm ordering you to do damage control. Also, yeah, his voice was the one that Hansen was speaking to in Pretty Star and Star Anise.
그걸 제가요?
Along with the Elysian CEO, who was more than likely the mother of EH and Ingrid. Do you want me to do that?
넌 니케 장비 담당 지프잖아.
You're in charge of the NIKKE's equipment, aren't you?
적당한 거 개발해서 먹으라고 던져줘.
Develop something suitable and throw it their way.
그게 뚝하면 딱 하고 나오는 줄 아세요?
Do you think something like that just appears the moment you snap your fingers?
안 나와?
Does it not?
미실리스 장비 쪽 치프가 그 정도 실력밖에 안 됐어.
Is that really all the chief of Basilis's equipment is capable of?
합니다. 해요. 그래, 뚝딱 해볼게요. 뚝딱.
Fine. I'll do it. Sure, I'll just snap my fingers and make it happen.
그런데 하기 전에 그냥 순수한 궁금증으로 한 가지만 물어도 될까요?
But before I do, mind if I ask you something? Just out of curiosity.
해.
Go on.
2차 지상 탈환 전에 왜 그렇게 열심히 한 건가요?
Why did you commit yourself so fully to the Second Surface Reclamation War?
인류 역사상 가장 중요한 전쟁에 열심히 힘을 보탠 게 뭐가 잘못됐다는 거지?
What's wrong with giving the most important war in human history my full support?
확실히 1차 지상 탈환전은 그랬겠죠.
That was probably true for the First Surface Reclamation War,
하지만 2차는 아니었잖아요.
but definitely not for the Second War.
비밀리에 수많은 미실리스의 양산형들이
Countless mass-produced NIKKEs from Basilis were secretly deployed.
이상하리만큼 많은 장치를 들고 지상에 올라갔죠.
They went up to the surface carrying a suspiciously large number of devices.
전쟁의 승패와는 상관없이 그것의 설치가 목적인 것처럼.
Almost as if installing those devices was the real objective, and the outcome of the war didn't even matter.
그 장치들은 뭔가요?
What were those devices?
에블라 입자 정화 장치의 개선판.
An improved version of the alpha particle purification device.
순순히 알려주시네요.
Huh? Why are you being so forthcoming?
숨길 이유는 없으니까.
There's no reason to hide it.
이제 지상에서도 블라블라가 연결될 정도로 통신이 강해질 거야.
Soon, communications will be strong enough to connect to blah blah even on the surface.
와, 그 정도라고요? 성능 미쳤네.
Whoa, seriously? That'd be some insane performance.
근데 왜 발표 안 하세요? 이것 정도면 이번 여론이 그냥 뒤집힐 것 같은데.
But why not announce it? Something like this could completely turn public opinion around.
좀 더 좋은 거래에 사용해야지. 그냥 주기엔 내 능력이 아깝잖아.
I'm saving it for something better. Handing this over for free would be a waste of my talent, don't you think?
그래요?
That's so.
그 장치의 성능이 그게 전부인 게 맞죠?
Those devices. Is that really all they're capable of?
그럼 뭐가 더 있지?
What more would there be?
그거야 모르죠.
Who knows?
사장님의 능력이 워낙 좋으셔야지.
Your talents are so very exceptional after all.
모르는 주제에 뇌세포를 쓰는 척 포장하지 마. 비효율적이니까.
Don't pretend like you have the brain cells to figure this out. It's a waste of time.
네, 비효율적으로 뇌를 쓰는 월급쟁이는 이만 나가보겠습니다.
Right. Well, this brain cell wasting wage slave will take her leave then.
작은 것은 요즘 어떻지? 네 연구실을 제 방처럼 쓰고 있다던데.
How's the small one doing these days? I hear she's been treating your lab like it's her own room.
설마 슈엔을 말하는 거예요?
Hang on. Are you talking about Siwen?
아니 무슨 자기 딸을 그렇게...
Who talks about their own daughter like that?
그래서 어떻냐고.
I asked how she is.
슈엔이야 뭐 잘 먹고 잘 놀고 잘 크고 있죠?
Siwen? Well, she's eating okay and having fun. She's growing up just fine.
그딴 걸 물어본 게 아니잖아.
That's not what I'm asking.
아직도 그 고철 메이드에 매여 있냐고.
She's still hung up on that rust bucket maid of hers.
걱정되면 그냥 걱정된다고 하면 되지. 또 무슨 말을 그렇게...
Come on, if you're worried about her, just say so. Why do you have to beat around the bush?
대답.
Answer me.
많이 괜찮아졌어요. 역시 애들이 우울할 땐 단 걸 먹이는 게 최고더라고요.
She's a lot better now. Turns out sweets are the best cure when kids are feeling down.
우울증이 치료된 후엔 뭘 하고 있지?
And what has she been doing since coming out of her depression?
뭘 하냐고요?
What's she been doing?
애들이 뭘 하겠어요. TV도 보고 연구실 구경도 하고.
What else can a kid be doing? She watches TV and pokes around my lab.
그딴 어린애 같은 짓 말고는 안 해?
So, nothing but childish nonsense.
그럼 애한테 뭘 바래요? 저랑 같이 연구라도 하고 있길 바라시는 건 아니죠?
What do you expect from a child? Surely you're not expecting her to join me in my research, are you?
미실리스의 아이니까 달라야지.
She's part of the Missilus family. She ought to be different.
아니 뭐 미실리스 태생은 인간과 다른 구조라도 갖고 있나?
What, are people born into the Missilus family wired differently from everyone else?
그 방법으로도 안 되는 건가?
Seems like that method didn't work either.
예?
Huh?
그럼 결국 지엔이라는 건데.
It comes down to Jian, after all.
그러긴 위험이 너무 큰데.
The risk is far too great.
후계를 말하는 거예요?
Are you talking about a successor?
사장님 은퇴하시려고요?
Are you planning to retire, sir?
언젠가 하겠지.
Eventually.
나가봐.
Now leave.
예, 갑니다. 가.
Okay, I'm going. Maxwell leaves the room.
아직도 어린애를 못 벗어난다라.
She still can't grow out of her childish habits.
큰 건 지나치게 비인간적인데
The big one is far too inhuman.
작은 건 지나치게 인간적이네.
while the small one is far too human
요약하고.
and soft.
그나마의 가능성은 제법 똑똑한 게 작은 것에게 붙어 있다는 건데.
The only glimmer of hope is that the clever one has latched onto the small one. Clever one?
저건 역시 모르지.
But that one's just as soft. Is he referring to Maxwell by clever one?
미실리스의 미래를 봐서는 작은 것을 위해 두는 것이 더 효율적이겠지만
For the sake of Miss Alyssa's future, placing the small one at the top would be the more efficient move.
요약한 성질을 고치지 못하면 쓸모가 없지.
But if she can't fix that soft streak of hers, she's of no use to me.
지금 상황으로는 큰 것밖에는 답이 없겠네.
As things stand, the big one is my only recourse.
아, 좋지 않은데.
Which isn't good.
분명 큰 것이 위에 있게 되면 애닉과 부딪히게 될 거야.
If I put her in charge, she's bound to clash with Enoch.
하지만 작은 걸 위에 올려놓기엔 능력이 증명되지 않았고.
The small one hasn't proven her ability to be put in charge.
요약하기만 한 건지 능력이 없는 건지 알 수가 없으니.
There's no telling whether she's simply too soft, or that she's truly incapable.
작은 것이 능력을 보이기만 한다면 다른 길이 보일 수 있겠지만
Only the small one would show some capability. Another path might open up.
과연 가능할까?
But is that even possible? Enemy gazes at the screen. On a vast map, a red zone is blinking.
이미 일은 시작됐어. 되돌리는 건 불가능하지.
Things are already in motion. There's no turning back now.
시작한 이상 타이밍은 놓칠 수 없어.
Now that it's begun, I can't afford to miss this opportunity.
그 안에 작은 것이 개화할 확률은
The odds of the small one blossoming before then.
큰 것에게 족쇄를 달 방법을 고민해보는 게 낫겠네.
I should start thinking of a way to put a leash on the big one. Ooh. Ooh, we're getting some deep lore. Possibility, side A.
이 거짓말쟁이!
You big liar!
금방 없어질 거라며! 사그라들 거라며!
You said it would go away! Then it'd blow over soon!
근데 오늘도 뉴스에 나왔어! 또 아버님을 욕하고 있다고!
But it was dead today! They were bad-mouthing father again!
아, 이 되바라진 꼬맹이. 안 그래도 그것 때문에 바쁘니까 오늘은 혼자 놀아라. 어?
Look, Pipsqueak, I'm already swamped with that as it is, so play by yourself today, okay?
맥스웰이 바빠? 왜?
You're busy? Why?
너도 네 아빠 딸이긴 하구나.
You really are your father's daughter.
말하는 뽐새가 비슷하긴 하네.
You talk just like him.
진짜? 나 아버님이랑 닮았어?
Really? I take after father?
좋아하라고 한 말 아니다.
That wasn't meant as a compliment.
아, 됐고. 오늘은 진짜 바쁘니까 뒤에서 영화나 보다가.
Never mind. I'm genuinely busy today, so just watch your movie in the back and then leave.
왜 바쁜데?
Why are you busy?
네 아빠가 네가 지금 난리치고 있는 그 일의 뒷수습을 나한테 맡겼으니까.
Because your dad put me in charge of cleaning up this mess you're throwing a fit over.
그걸 왜 네가 해?
But why you?
왜 하긴. 월급쟁이의 삶은 다 이런 거야.
Why else? Because that's how things are for a working stiff.
사장이 까라면 까야 하는 거라고.
When the boss says jump, you say how high.
게다가 너는 잘 모르겠지만 내가 좀 유능한 사람이거든?
Besides, you probably don't realize it, but I'm actually pretty competent.
그러니까 너희 아버지를 대신해서 친히 굴러드려야지.
So, I get the honor of busting my chops on your father's behalf.
아버님을 대신해서...
on father's behalf.
그럼 이걸 하면 아버님께 도움이 되는 거야?
So if this gets done, it'll help father?
그렇겠지? 여론을 달래주기 위한 거니까.
I reckon so. It's meant to smooth things over. It's meant to smooth things over with the public after all.
적당히 새로운 방향의 니케 장비를 만들어서 언론에 공개하면 돼.
All I have to do is come up with some newfangled NIKKE equipment and parade it before the press.
그래서 이 니케 설계도를 또 지겹게 봐야 하니까 오늘은 혼자 놀아.
Which means I've got to stare at these NIKKE blueprints again until my brain goes numb. So play by yourself today. Ewan comes up beside Maxwell.
이게 니케 설계도야?
Are these NIKKE blueprints?
그래,
That's right.
대다수가 암호화돼 있어서
Most of it's encrypted.
우리가 건드릴 수 있는 부분은 외장을 더하는 것 정도라 설계도라고 하기엔 어폐가 있지만
The only thing we can really modify is the external equipment, so calling them blueprints is a bit of a misnomer.
일단은 그렇긴 해.
That's true for now, at least.
더하는 것 정도만 한다고?
So you can only add stuff?
내부 해석을 제대로 못한 상태에서 스펙을 올리기 위해선 이 방법밖에 없으니까.
Since we can't properly decode the internal structure, adding to the exterior is the only way to push the specs up.
외장을 더하는 쪽으로 점점 개발을 해온 거지.
So development's gradually shifted toward piling on external equipment.
니케의 에너지 출력은 전부 코어를 기반으로 돌아가는 것 맞지?
And NIKKE's energy output is based on the core, right?
너 그런 것도 알아?
You know about that too?
당연한 거 아니야. 나도 아버님의 딸이거든.
Of course I do. I'm my father's daughter too, you know.
지혜는 이것보다 더 많이 알아서 아버님이랑 일도 같이 할 정도이지만
Gia knows far more. Enough to work alongside father.
나도 니케 구조에 대한 기본 이론 정도는 알아.
But I know the fundamentals of a NIKKE structure.
와, 대단하네. 이 나이에 이런 걸 다 이해하고 있고.
Wow, very impressive. Understanding all this at your age.
칭찬한다고 누가 좋아할 줄 알아?
But don't think I'm happy just because you gave me a compliment.
그래서 그 니케의 에너지 말이야.
Anyway, about a NIKKE's energy.
다른 걸 이용해서 돌아가게 하는 방법은 안 되는 거야?
Is there really no way to make it run off something else?
안 돼.
Nope, there isn't.
그거 이외의 방법으로는 전부 실패했거든.
Every other method we've tried has failed.
코어의 에너지를 내부에서 증폭시키는 건?
What about amplifying the core's energy internally?
바디가 감당 못해. 무너져버려.
Body can't handle it. It falls apart.
그래?
Really?
근데 분명 그 설계도에서의 구조는
But based on the structure in that blueprint,
이것보다 훨씬 더 강한 코어 에너지의 힘을 기반으로 하는 것 같았는데
it looked like it ran on core energy far stronger than this.
그 설계도?
What blueprint?
우리 가족만 들어갈 수 있는 도서관이 있는데
There's a library that only our family can enter.
거기서 봤어. 니케 프로토타입의 설계도라는 거.
That's where I saw it. A blueprint for a NIKKE prototype. Or at least that's what it was labeled. The blueprint for Lily Vice? Oh! Okay!
프로토타입의 설계도라.
Blueprint for a prototype, huh?
나도 기밀문서 쪽에서 본 적 있긴 한데
I've seen it myself among the classified documents.
에너지를 견디는 바디에 대한 요소가 어떤 것인지 특정하기엔 모호했던 것 같은데?
But from what I recall, it was hard to pin down what exactly enabled the body to withstand that kind of energy.
아니야. 분명히 그때 봤던 것과
No! I'm certain that what I saw back then...
슈엣?
Yuan?
바꿀 수 있을 것 같은데.
I think I could change it. Yuan steps a little closer. She stares intently at the Nikke blueprints.
가능할 것 같아.
I think it's possible.
나 이것 좀 만져봐도 돼?
Can I mess with this for a bit?
어? 그래?
Huh? Sure. Suen places her hand on the screen.
코어랑 연결된 구조를 이렇게 바꾸고 바디 쪽을 이렇게 보완하면
If I rework the structure connected to the core like this, and reinforce the body like that... A week later.
뭐야, 지나치게 빠른데.
It was fast. Way too fast.
적당히 대응하라고는 했지만 이건 뭐 생각을 안 하고 온 수준인데.
I told you to handle this properly, and this feels like you didn't think things through at all.
일단 좀 보고 얘기하시죠.
Why don't you take a look first, then we'll talk. Enmi opens the file.
니케 코어 에너지 구조 변경안.
A proposal to revise the Nikke core energy structure. Enmi reads through the report slowly.
이런 해석은 처음인데.
Never seen it analyzed like this before.
쓸만하죠?
Pretty feasible, don't you think?
이걸 누가 했는지 아세요?
Do you know who came up with it?
네가 한 게 아니야?
It wasn't you.
사장님의 작은 따님이 해낸 결과예요.
This is the work of your youngest daughter, sir.
작은 게 했다고.
The small one did this?
네!
Yep.
세상에 이런 재능이 있을 거라고는 상상도 못했지 뭐예요?
Who'd have ever imagined she had this kind of talent? My goodness.
사장님 말 맞다나 역시 미실리스는 미실리스인가 봐요.
It's like you said, boss. People from Bacillus really are built differently.
설계도랑 시뮬레이션 프로그램을 이리저리 만지더니
You fiddle around with the blueprints and the simulation program for a bit,
바로 이렇게 할 수 있지 않냐고 보여준 거예요.
and she came up with this just like that.
작은 게 이걸 만들었다고.
You were saying the small one created this.
딸한테 작은 게 뭡니까 진짜. 이름 좀 불러줘요.
Calling your own daughter the small one. Honestly, at least call her by her name.
중앙정부 측에 보내는 건 대기하고 있어.
Hold off on sending this to the central government.
예? 왜요?
Huh? Why?
그럴 필요가 있으니까.
Because it's necessary.
필요요?
What do you mean?
됐고, 연구실에서 대기해. 조만간 후속 조치를 이야기할 테니.
Never mind. Wait in your lab. I'll discuss the follow-up steps with you soon.
뭐... 예... 그러죠.
Fine. Will do. Maxwell leaves the room.
니케 설계에 재능이 있더라.
A talent for Nikke design.
이러면 말이 달라지지.
That changes things.
이게 우연인지 재능인지 볼까.
Let's see whether this was a fluke or genuine talent. Enmi picks up the receiver.
작은 것에게 연락해.
Get in touch with the small one.
내 방으로 오라고.
Tell her to come to my office. Oh. We'll find out what Father wants after this quick break. And we're back. Now it's time for Possibility Side B.
그거 들었어?
Did you hear?
듣긴 뭘 들어?
Hear what?
아버님이 나한테 수습을 맡겨주신대.
Father! He's putting me in charge of cleaning up the mess!
뭐?
What?
자세한 건 맥스웰한테 가서 물어보면 된다고.
He said I should go to you for the details.
기대하고 계신다고 말하셨어.
He said he's looking forward to what I can do.
나 이제 어떻게 하면 될까?
So what should I do now?
지금부터 뭘 하면 돼? 나 다 할 수 있어.
Where do I start? I can do anything.
에너지 개선안을 제대로 만들어 오라는 뜻이야?
You mean he wants you to put together a proper energy improvement proposal?
만들고 싶은 건 내가 알아서 정하라고 하셨어.
He said I get to decide for myself what I want to make.
만들고 싶은 것도 알아서 하라고?
He even said it's up to you?
그런데 나한테 물어보라고 했다고?
And yet he told you to come talk to me? Yep!
제기랄.
Oh, that's just great. Oh, she is sweating bullets. Oh, she's got so much pressure right now. That or she's scared of what Enmi's gonna do with this.
망했네. 이거 제대로 엮인 것 같은데?
I'm done for. Looks like I've been roped in good.
뭐가 망해?
What do you mean done for?
내가 어쩌자고 이런 일을?
What was I thinking? Getting myself mixed up in all this?
정치 쪽은 취약인데.
Political stuff is my kryptonite. That has real localization detail. Maxwell ruffles her own hair in frustration.
맥스웰?
Maxwell?
그때 그 휴게실에 가는 게 아니었는데.
Never should have set foot in that break room.
휴게실? 쉬러 가고 싶어? 갑자기?
Break room? You want to take a break? Right now?
아, 그런 말이 아니라.
That's not what I meant!
슈엔,
Yuan. Yes?
너 차기 CEO가 되고 싶어?
Do you want to become the next CEO?
뭐?
What?
차기 CEO가 되고 싶냐고.
I asked if you want to be the next CEO.
그런 얘기가 갑자기 왜 나와?
Why are you suddenly bringing that up?
이 일 보통 일 아니야.
This is no ordinary task we're undertaking.
지엔이 기억 소거 장치를 개선하면서 단번에 차기 CEO로 부상했던 거 알고 있어?
Did you know Jian shot up to become the next in line for CEO the moment she improved the memory erasure device?
당연히 알지. 다들 대단하다고 떠들었으니까.
Of course I know. Everyone went on about how amazing it was.
이번 일이 그런 거야.
Well, that's what this is all about.
너라는 사람이 대단하다고 세상에 소리칠 차기 CEO로서 두각을 보일 수 있는 기회인 거지.
It's a chance to show the world how remarkable you are and prove you're worthy of becoming the next CEO.
그렇게나 대단한 일이었어?
Really? It's that big a deal?
그래. 그래도 하고 싶어?
Yeah. So do you still want to do it?
몰라.
I don't know.
난 그런 거 몰라.
I don't know about any of that.
난 그냥
I just...
아버님께 도움이 되고 싶어.
I want Father to think I'm useful.
지엔처럼 나도 아버님이랑 아버님 방에서 같이 일도 하고 필요한 사람이 돼서
I want to work alongside Father in his office like Jian does. I want to be someone he can rely on.
한 번만 더 칭찬을 받고 싶어.
I want to be praised by him. One more time.
그거면 안 되는 거야?
Is that not reason enough?
돼.
It's enough.
안 될 게 뭐가 있겠어.
Why wouldn't it be?
그래. 인생 뭐 있냐.
Alright. What do I have to lose?
하자.
Let's do it.
도와주는 거야?
You'll help me?
그래. 까짓거 하다 잘못되면 퇴사하지 뭐.
Yeah. Worst case scenario, it all goes sideways and I'll just quit.
회사까지 한다고? 그건 안 되는데.
You'd quit? That can't happen.
그래서 뭘 만들어 보고 싶은데?
So, what is it you want to make?
생각해 온 거 없어?
You haven't come up with anything?
있어.
I did.
히어로 니케를 만들고 싶어.
I want to make a hero Nikkei. Hero Nikke. Side A.
히어로 니케?
Hero Nikke? Yep.
너 이게 얼마나 중요한 일인지 진짜 잘 이해하고 있는 거 맞지?
You do understand how important this is, right?
미실리스의 이름을 달고 대외적으로 보여야 하는 거야.
This will be presented to the public under the Missilus name.
너 바보야?
Are you dumb?
그걸 누가 몰라?
Of course I know that!
근데 왜 네가 좋아하는 히어로 영화에서 따온 것 같은 아이디어가 나올까? 어?
Then why does your idea sound like it came straight out of one of those superhero movies you love so much? Caught red-handed.
그런 거 아니거든.
It's not like that at all!
그런 거 아니긴!
As if!
표정에서 다 보이거든?
It's written all over your face!
너 어제 몰래 히어로 영화 보고 잤어? 안 잤어?
You watched one before bed last night, didn't you?
봤긴 봤는데 그것 때문 아니야.
I did, but that's not what led to this!
그냥 생각난 거야.
It just came to me.
2차 지상 탈환전에서 졌으니까
Since we lost the second surface reclamation war,
대중들이 결국 원하는 건 강한 니케일 거라고.
what the public ultimately wants is a strong Nikke.
강한 니케?
A strong Nikke?
응,
Yep,
네가 저번에 그랬잖아.
you said it yourself before.
방주에 들어오면서 니케가 점점 안정화돼서
Once humanity entered the Ark, we started trying to make Nikkes more and more stable.
성능보다 안정성에 집중하게 되었다고.
The focus shifted away from combat performance and more towards stability.
그러니까 이런 상황에서 필요한 건 성능이 엄청 좋은
But what you really need in a situation like this is something with amazing performance.
처럼 언제 어디서든 다 이길 것 같이 강한 게 필요하지 않을까 싶었던 거야.
And then it hit me. We need something strong enough to win anytime, anywhere. Like a hero.
우리가 지난번에 생각한 에너지 활용법을 이용하면
If we use that energy application method we came up with last time,
만들 수 있을 것 같아서.
I think we could actually pull it off.
이것 봐라.
Well, look at you. Maxwell roughly tousled Suyun's hair.
뭐야?
Hey!
기특하잖아.
Aren't you something?
어떻게 이 나이에 이런 생각을 하지?
How do you come up with this stuff at your age?
진짜 저 핏줄에 뭐가 있긴 한 건가?
Is there really something special in your bloodline?
핏줄이 뭐?
What's a bloodline?
너희 아버지 닮아서 똑똑하다고.
I'm saying you're smart, just like your father.
그럼 당연하지. 난 아버님 딸이니까.
Well, obviously. I am his daughter after all.
그래서 이거 괜찮은 것 같아?
Anyway, do you think this is okay?
솔직히 좀 어린애 같은 발상이긴 한데.
Honestly, it's a pretty childish idea. What?
괜찮네.
But it's good.
네 거라는 티도 나고.
And you can tell it's your idea.
정말?
Really?
그럼 됐어.
Then it's settled.
좋아, 그럼
Alright then.
이건 네 프로젝트니까 네가 주도하는 거고 난 어디까지나 보조야.
This is your project, so you take the lead. I'm just here to back you up.
네가 하고 싶은 거 잔뜩 해봐.
Go ahead and make whatever you want.
내가 도와줄 테니까.
I'll be right here to help. Got it! From that day on, in order to create a new Nikke blueprint, the two of them spent night and day working in Maxwell's lab.
나 이런 부분은 몰라. 물어봐도 돼?
I don't really get this part. Can you help?
네 나이 때 이런 걸 다 알고 있으면 그게 더 이상한 거야.
At your age, it'd be more strange if you even knew any of that.
네 아버지가 나보고 보조하라고 한 이유가 뭐겠어?
Why else do you think your father told me to assist you?
이런 때 잔뜩 써먹으라는 거지.
It's exactly times like this when you should put me to good use.
그럼 다 물어봐도 돼?
Then can I ask questions whenever I want?
마음대로 해.
Ask away. Maxwell takes on a mentor role and fills in the gaps in Sewin's knowledge.
너 정말 이거 보러 가도 괜찮겠어?
Are you really sure you're okay with seeing this?
어린애가 보기에 썩 좋은 광경은 아닐 텐데.
It's not exactly a pleasant sight for a kid.
니케 제작 과정도 모르는데 어떻게 설계도를 만들어?
How am I supposed to make a blueprint without even knowing how Nikkes are made?
나 미실리스의 딸이야. 이 정도는 아무렇지 않아.
I was born and raised under Basilis's roof. I can handle something like this.
언제든 거부감이 들면 말해. 데리고 나와줄 테니까.
Whatever gets to be too much, just say so and I'll get you out of there. Maxwell also shows Sewin the Nikke manufacturing process firsthand.
피곤해라.
I'm beat.
벌써 11시가 넘었네. 야, 슈엔, 안 피곤하냐?
It's already past 11. Hey, Sewin, are you tired?
안 피곤해.
Not at all.
어린이는 자야 할 시간인데.
It's well past a kid's bedtime.
어린이 아니거든.
Not a kid!
너야말로 왜 벌써 피곤해? 체력이 너무 안 좋은 거 아니야?
How are you tired already? Are you that out of shape?
이 되바라진 꼬맹아.
You cheeky little brat.
넌 이것만 하면 되지만 어른은 아니거든요.
You've only got this one thing to do, but we grown-ups have a lot more on our plates.
나는 나대로 또 월말 보고서를 준비해야 한다고요.
I've got my own end-of-month report to prepare on top of all this.
그렇게 힘들면 너도 니케가 되면 되지 않아?
If you're having such a hard time, why don't you just become a Nikke?
뭐 임마?
What did you just say, brat?
다른 연구원들은 자진해서 니케가 되기도 한다는데
I've heard other researchers even volunteer to become Nikkes.
넌 왜 안 됐어?
So why haven't you?
그건 내가 아닐 테니까.
Because then I wouldn't be me.
뭐?
What?
난 니케인 내가 지금의 나와 동일하다곤 볼 수 없다고 생각하는 쪽이거든.
Personally, I don't think a Nikke version of me can really be considered the same person as I am right now.
육체 구성 물질부터 에너지 발생 원리까지 모든 게 다 다른데
From my body composition, down to the very principle behind how I generate energy, every last bit of it is different.
어떻게 동일한 개체라고 볼 수 있겠어?
How could I even be considered the same individual?
물론 뭐 기억을 매개로 동일 개체를 구분한다고 하면
Of course, if you believe memories define an individual.
나로 만든 니케도 나와 동일한 기억에 동일한 생각을 할 테니
Then a Nikke made from me would still carry the same memories and thought processes I do.
지금의 나와 같다면 같다고 말할 수 있을지 모르지만
So you could argue I would still be myself.
만에 하나라도 아주 사소한 지점이라도 다를 수 있는 거잖아?
But there's always a chance that even the tiniest detail could be different.
그거야. 그렇지.
Well, I guess so.
난 그 조금의 오차율조차 나를 나라고 납득할 수 없는 거야.
And even that slight margin of error is enough that I could never accept that thing as truly me. So, Sewin, kind of being reminded of Lala, because the whole thing with memories being turned into an Nikke. But now I'm curious, what would have led to Maxwell becoming a Nikke then? If she was so against it, like, what happened? I'm sure we'll find out in this event story, but now I'm really curious.
뭐 결벽이라면 결벽을 부리고 있는 거긴 하지.
I'll admit, maybe I'm a bit hung up about it.
근데 뭐 많은 연구원 애들이 니케이를 선택한 건 다 오래 연구하고 싶어서인데
But anyway, most of those researchers choose to become Nikkes because they wanted to keep researching for ages.
방주 안에서만 있는 거라고 한다면
But if you never intend on venturing outside the Ark,
수명이야 이터널 라이프로 충분히 커버 가능하잖아?
Hey Freya, welcome in! Thanks for stopping by. How are you? I'm doing alright. How about yourself? Eternal life takes care of the lifespan issue easily enough.
연구를 끝내기 위한 수명 연장의 수단으로 굳이 니케를 선택할 이유가 없다는 거지.
Been fine. Good. That's good to hear. How's your stream? Going alright so far. Just a lot of reading. So there's no real reason to become a Nikke just to extend your lifespan in order to complete your research.
그렇게나 싫다고?
You really hate the idea that much?
그럼 어쩔 수 없네.
Well, I guess it can't be helped.
계속 피곤해해. 난 안
Are the
피곤하니까.
games you play? I primarily play JRPGs, RPGs, and visual novels. Which, yeah, Nikke is kind of half of a visual novel. But I'll also play some other games from other genres, just depending. I also stream? Huh. It's just you, Valorant. So you're like military shooter type. Keep on feeling tired then. Not me though.
아유, 저 되바라진 꼬맹이.
Why, you cheeky little.
자꾸 그렇게 밤새지 마라. 키 안 큰다.
By the way, do you watch anime? I used to, not a whole lot anymore these days. I just haven't really seen any that have interested me all that much. Quit burning the midnight. Quit burning the midnight oil like this, or you'll stunt your growth. Do you hear?
키 잘 크고 있거든.
I'm doing just fine. Maxwell and Suen spend their time together, pulling all-nighters. One Piece and solo leveling. I have watched One Piece up until the end of the Enos Lobby arc. And then I just kind of lost track of it from there. Solo leveling does not interest me at all. True to Maxwell's words, being the capable researcher she is, whenever she isn't spending time with Suen, she finds herself busily rushing from place to place. You stream daily? No, my stream schedule is Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Every other day is just for me to relax. I have tried streaming Monday through Friday before, but I found that it was burning me out a little too fast. During those hours, Suen holes up in the library that is restricted to direct Masillas descendants. You do besides gaming, any hobbies or activities? Not really. I really just play other games in my off time.
여기 있다.
Here it is.
프로토타입의 설계도.
The prototype's blueprint. There, she pores over the blueprint. The flow of energy, the internal structure. She sears every last thing that makes up the body into her brain, committing it to memory. Then, one day, amid her daily trips to the library,
잘 돼가요.
yeah, the screen looks awesome. No, I did pay an artist to make it. The artist's name is Paluxury. They do have an account on Twitter and Blue Sky if you want to look for them. I don't know where else. And then I pretty much just did a background remover and slapped it into VideoTube. So cute. First time I've heard someone call it cute. Everything is coming along okay? GN comes to see her. Custom VTuber models? I see. GN showing up now is not a good sign. Hero Nikke, Side B.
잘 돼가는지는 왜 물어?
What's it to you? VTuber models usually cost. I honestly have no idea.
그냥 궁금하잖아요.
Just curious, that's all.
신경 쓰지 마.
Mind your own business.
아가,
Sweetie,
CEO가 되고 싶어요.
do you want to become CEO?
도대체 왜 다들 그런 걸 묻는 거야?
Why in the world does everyone keep asking me that?
아가는 미실리스의 아니까요.
Because you're part of Bacillus.
정통성으로만 따진다면 아가가 내보다 더 나을걸요?
If we go purely by legitimacy, you'd have a stronger claim than I do. I don't charge much. I usually do custom models with rigging for my friends for around $450. Yeah, I'm just not really interested in looking for anyone at the moment. If we go purely by legitimacy, you'd have a stronger claim than I do.
따지자면 아가가
Would you like to
정실의 자식일
see-
테니까.
Would you like to see my work for my friend project? No, not really. Sorry. Only just feedback. Oh crap, I missed that one. After all, you're the child born of his lawful wife.
그런 애가 대외적으로는 미실리스의 위기인 상황에서
At a time when Bacillus is experiencing a PR disaster,
상황을 타파하기 위한 돌파구를 개발한다.
if you were to develop the very breakthrough that turns the whole situation around,
너무 후기로 삼기 좋은 얘기잖아요.
there's no way they wouldn't appoint you heir. Gonna grab snacks. Be right back. No worries.
내가 후계가 되는 게 너랑 무슨 상관인데?
What does my becoming the heir have to do with you?
그러면 더는 아가라고 부르지 못하게 될 테니까요.
Because then I wouldn't get to call you sweetie anymore.
아무래도 경쟁자니까?
We'd be rivals after all, wouldn't we?
넌 차기 CEO가 되고 싶어?
Do you want to be the next CEO?
예, 갖고 싶은 게 있거든요.
Yes. There's something I want.
갖고 싶은 거?
Something you want?
정확히는 알고 싶은 게 있어요.
More precisely, there's something I want to know.
그게 뭔데?
And what's that?
세계의 진실.
The truth of the world.
세계의 진실?
The truth of the world?
니케. 아니, 랩처의 기원을 알아낼 수 있는 진실이요.
The truth that could reveal the origin of the Nikkes. No, of the raptures. Oh! Oh, we're gonna start getting into the original lore. Okay!
안 궁금해요?
Aren't you curious?
님프라는 아직 해석할 수조차 없는 미지의 물건.
About Nymph. A complete mystery we can't even begin to decipher.
니키를 구성하고 있는 코어의 정체.
And the true nature of the core that makes up a Nikke.
알고 보면 구성이 유사한 니케와 랩처의 구조.
Also, the fact that Nikkes and raptors share remarkably similar structures.
그걸 미실리스의 CEO가 되면 알 수 있을 것만 같거든.
I have a feeling that if I became Bacillus' CEO, I could learn all of it.
미실리스의 CEO가 된다고 그걸 다 알 수 있다고?
You think you'll learn all of that just by becoming Bacillus' CEO?
아가는 모르지요.
You don't know, do you?
미실리스의 CEO가 얼마나 많은 권한을 갖는지,
Just how much authority the CEO of Bacillus actually holds.
얼마나 많은 비밀에 손을 댈 수 있는지.
How many secrets they're privy to.
아가도 제대로 알고 나면 분명히 그 자리가 갖고 싶어질 거예요.
Once you truly understand, I'm certain you'll want that position for yourself too.
난 그런 거 필요 없어.
I don't need any of that.
난 그냥 아버님께 도움이 되고 싶은 것 뿐이야.
I only want to be useful to father.
아버지를? 좋아요.
To father? Why?
아버님을 좋아하니까.
Because I love him.
아버지를 좋아해서라.
Because you love him.
진짜 아가네.
You're such a sweetie.
아가라고 하지 마.
Don't call me that.
과연 아버지도 그렇게 생각하실란가 모르겠지만.
I'm not sure if father sees it that way, though. What?
아가,
Sweetie.
아가는 내가 무섭제. 징그럽고 싫다고 생각하제.
You're scared of me, aren't you? You think I'm off-putting and you hate me, right?
아가랑 다르니까.
Because I'm different from you.
아가라면 절대 그 메이드를 니케로 만들지 못했을 거잖아요.
Someone like you could never have turned that maid into a NIKKE, could you?
당연한 거 아니야?
Obviously not.
어떻게 내가 불편해했다는 이유만으로 라라를 니케로 만들 수 있어?
How could I possibly turn Lala into a NIKKE just because she made me uncomfortable?
그게 효율적이니까요.
Because it was efficient.
생활이 불편해진 아가한테 메이드도 선물해 줄 수 있고
I could gift her to you while you were going through a rough patch.
겸사겸사 기억 소거 메커니즘도 다시 한번 테스트할 수 있고
And while I was at it, I could even test the memory wipe procedure one more time.
아가도 좋고 내도 좋고 일석이조 아닌가?
We both benefited. Two birds with one stone, right?
그러니까 네가 싫다는 거야.
That's exactly why I can't stand you!
근데 내만 이렇게 생각할까?
Do you think I'm the only one who thinks this way?
네가 아니면 또 누가 이러는데?
Who else could possibly think the way you do?
아버지.
Our father.
아가가 생각하는 아버지가 어떤 사람인지는 모르겠는데
I don't know what sort of person you imagine father to be.
굳이 따지자면 아버지도 내랑 같은 종류예요.
But to be blunt, father and I are very much alike. What?
니는 아버지가 정말 그걸 스파이라 죽였다 생각해요?
Do you really believe father killed that thing because she was a spy?
무슨 말이야? 그게
What are you even talking about?
그 메이드가 스파이라는 증거 본 적 있어요?
Have you ever seen a shred of evidence that your maid was a spy?
어디서 어떻게 스파이로서 행동했는지는 들어봤나요?
Did you ever hear where or how she supposedly acted as a spy? I...
아버지의 목적에 부합하거나 거슬려서 죽었을 거예요. 분명히.
She died because she either served the purpose father assigned her, or she got in his way. I'm certain of it.
말도 안 돼.
Don't be ridiculous!
아버지를 너무 믿지 마요.
Don't put too much faith in him.
이번에도 분명 원하는 게 따로 있을 거예요.
I'm sure he has ulterior motives, just as he always does.
그게 아가가 기대하는 거랑은 완전히 다를 테고.
And it'll be nothing at all like what you're hoping for.
그 사람 머릿속에는 니케고 인간이고 우리고 안 달라요.
In that man's eyes, NIKKEs, humans, the two of us, there's no difference at all.
전부 미실리스 아니 자신을 위한 자원일 뿐일 거예요.
We're all merely resources for Bacillus. Or for himself, rather.
아버님을 나쁘게 말하지 마!
Don't speak ill of father!
지금 나랑 아버님을 이간질시키려고 하는 거지!
You're trying to drive a wedge between me and him right now, aren't you?
역시 내에 대한 신뢰가 부족해서 못 믿겠는 건가?
I suppose you don't trust me enough to believe me. Yuan shoots up from her seat.
너랑 더 얘기 안 해!
I'm not talking to you anymore!
아가,
Sweetie,
충고 잊지 마요.
don't forget my advice.
몰라!
I don't care! Yuan runs off.
아가를 위한 건 아마 이게 마지막일 테니까.
This is probably the last thing I'll ever do for you, sweetie.
지엔이랑 만났다고?
You ran into Jian?
응.
Yes.
아버님을 믿지 말라너니 이번 일도 분명 다른 의도가 있을 거라면서.
He told me not to trust father, and said he definitely has some other motive this time too.
나랑 아버님을 이간질하려고 했어.
He was trying to turn me against father.
다른 의도라고?
Some other motive.
라라를 죽인 것도 사실은 스파이가 아닌데 다른 의도 때문일 거라고도 하고.
She even said Lala wasn't killed for being a spy. She died because of some other reason.
진짜 최악이야.
She's the absolute worst!
뭐야? 왜 아무 말도 안 해?
Hey, why aren't you saying anything?
아주 틀린 말은 아닐지도 몰라.
You might not be entirely wrong.
그러게. 그동안 너무 형편 좋게 생각한 걸지도 모르겠네.
Yeah, maybe I've been too naive about all this.
이렇게나 갑자기 큰일을 맡기다니.
Trusting you with something this big so suddenly?
사장님은 도대체 무슨 생각인 거지? 아무 의도가 없진 않을 것 같은데.
What in the world is the boss thinking? He must have something up his sleeve.
의도가 있긴 무슨 의도가 있어?
What motive could there possibly be?
아버님은 그 녀석이랑 달라.
Father's nothing like her.
나를 위해서 시킨 걸 거야.
I'm sure he entrusted me with this for my sake.
내가 잘할 수 있을 거라고 기대한다고 하셨어.
He said he believed I could do it. That he was excited to see what I could do.
그건 나를 믿는다는 말이잖아.
That means he trusts me, doesn't it?
그러니까 아버님은 달라. 진짜 나를 위해서 시켜준 일이야.
I'm telling you, Father's different. He's truly doing this for my sake.
라라의 일도 나를 걱정해서 그렇게 행동하신 걸 거야.
Even with Lala, he must have done that because he was worried about me.
내가 다칠까봐 먼저 공격하신 걸 거야.
He must have acted first so I wouldn't get hurt.
그래, 달라.
Yes, I'm sure he's different.
네가 그렇다면 그런 거겠지 뭐.
If you say so, then that's how it is.
부하 직원인 나보단 가족인 네가 더 잘할 테니까.
You'd know better than me. After all, you're family. And I'm just a mere employee.
그렇지.
I'm right, aren't I?
그래. 뭐 의도가 어떻든 해야 할 건 변하지 않으니.
Yeah. Well, whatever the motive, it doesn't change what needs to be done.
하던 거나 열심히 잘해보자.
Let's just keep at it and give it our best. All right. Days go by, until finally.
어때? 괜찮아? 문제 없어 보여?
Well, is it okay? Anything look off to you? Maxwell looks at the tablets Ewan holds out.
그래. 이 정도면 됐어.
Yeah, this'll do nicely.
정말?
Really? Aww. That's a sweet image. Unfortunately, knowing NIKKE, something terrible is going to happen.
이게 정말 되잖아.
You actually pulled it off.
정말 이 나이 때 니케 설계도를 완성하다니.
Completing a NIKKE blueprint of all things at your age.
고생했다, 꼬맹이.
Good work, Pipsqueak.
맥스웰도 고생했어.
You did great too, Maxwell. Ewan has completed her hero NIKKE blueprint. The day her world shattered.
맥스웰,
Maxwell,
나 잘할 수 있겠지?
I'll do okay, right?
뭐야? 왜 이렇게 떨어?
What's with you? Why are you so jittery?
어차피 보고서 준비는 다 됐고
Besides, the report's all prepped.
그냥 네가 만든 설계도를 발표하고 사장님한테 보여주기만 하면 되는 건데.
All you've got to do is present your blueprint to the boss.
누가 그걸 몰라? 그래도 떨린다는 거잖아.
I know that, but I'm still really nervous.
너 어차피 후계 안 노릴 거라며.
You said you didn't care about inheriting the business.
그럼 굳이 잘할 필요 없잖아.
There's no real pressure to nail the presentation, is there?
그래도 아버님이 보고 계시니까.
Still, the father's going to be watching.
그럼 네 아버지한테만 잘 보이면 되겠네.
And all you've got to do is impress him.
다른 놈들은 필요 없잖아.
Forget about the rest of them.
그건 그렇네.
That's true, I guess.
아버님한테만.
Just impress father.
그게 더 떨리는데.
Wait, that's even more nerve-wracking!
아휴. 그럼 그냥 나만 보고 말해. 어차피 나도 저 안에 들어갈 거니까.
And just look at me when you talk. I'm going to be in there too, anyway.
그래. 그게 제일 나을 것 같아.
Right! That might be best.
준비됐어?
Ready? Yeah.
슈엔, 걱정하지 마.
Yuan, don't worry.
너 잘했어. 다 잘 될 거야.
You've been doing great. It's all going to be fine. All right.
그럼 들어가자.
Then let's go in. Yuan steps resolutely into the meeting room. It's time for the presentation. Yuan thinks back to that very day.
메이드인 척 스파이를 하고 있었다니.
So, she was playing maid while spying on us all along.
겁도 없군.
Awfully brazen of her. The day her maid, a girl named Lala, was accused of being a spy. The day Lala lost her life at the hands of her father. She still remembers the look in her father's eyes.
네 메이드는 스파이 혐의가 있어 즉결 처분했다.
Your maid was executed on suspicion of espionage.
조금 더 있었으면 분명 널 인질로 잡고 협박해오려고 했겠지.
A little longer and she would have taken you hostage to blackmail us.
저를 인질로 잡으려고.
She was going to take me hostage?
내가 대신 처분해주는 건 이번까지야.
This is the last time I'll deal with such situations for you.
다음엔 네가 직접 해야만 해.
Next time, you'll have to do it personally.
미실리스의 핏줄로 살아가려면 이 정도는 익숙해져야지.
As Basilis's heir, you'd better get used to this sort of thing.
제가 직접
Me? Personally?
나라를
Handle Lala?
할 수 있겠지.
You can do that, can't you? His probing eyes are measuring her worth, watching for her reaction. In that moment, the girl begins to vaguely sense it. That what Jian said might actually be true. That Lala might never have been a spy at all. But she cannot bring herself to admit it, as that would be proof that her father does not love her.
히어로 니케라.
The hero Nikke. And so, once again, the girl understands that her father's eyes are appraising her. Those same probing eyes settle on Xuan's blueprint, weighing the worth of the hero. A glint of intrigue appears within them. Seeking reassurance, the girl turns her eyes to gauge how the others are reacting.
생각보다 더
This is more than I expected. She catches a rare flicker of surprise on Jian's face. She sees the board members nodding their heads with interest. Lastly, Siwon glances at Maxwell. Their eyes meet, and she smiles. With that, she's certain of it. It's a success.
형편없군.
Pathetic. What? The girl looks once more into her father's eyes.
고작 이걸 만들겠다고.
You kept me waiting all this time
이렇게 긴 시간을 기다리게 했다고.
for something as trivial as this. His eyes have gone cold, turned to ice.
히어로 니케라니.
A hero Nikke.
이런 어린애의 장난노름 같은 걸.
What childish nonsense. Contempt fills his eyes.
CEO 자리에 욕심이 생겨 열심히 하는 것 같더니
I thought you'd grown hungry for the CEO position and were applying yourself.
결국 이 정도밖에 되지 않는구나.
But you've amounted to nothing in the end. That's not it!
그걸 위해 기껏 치프 엔지니어까지 붙여줬건만.
I even went so far as to assign you my chief engineer for this.
기업 전체의 시간도 모자라 인력 낭비까지 시켰네.
You've squandered not only the company's time, but its manpower as well.
무슨 그런 말을...
How can you say that? I'm sorry.
치워.
Get rid of it. What?
안 들려?
Are you deaf?
저리 치우라고.
I said, get that out of my sight. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Siwon raises a trembling hand and retrieves the tablet she'd submitted.
슈엔...
Siwon.
지엔, 기사를 내보내라.
Ian, issue a press release.
에블라 입자 정화 장치가 강화되어 지상 전역에서 블라블라 통신조차 가능해졌다고.
Notes that the alpha particle purification device has been enhanced, and blah-blah communication is now possible across the entire surface.
중앙정부에게 무상으로 이 기술의 일부를 공개하겠다고.
State that Bacillus will make part of this technology available to the central government free of charge.
예, 그러죠.
As you wish.
이딴 걸 기다리느라 생각보다 더 많은 걸 내놓게 생겼군.
All that waiting on this nonsense, and now I have to give up more than I'd planned. Siwon hurries out through the back door with her head bowed. Maxwell shoots a glare toward Enmi, grinding her teeth, then hurries after Siwon. Enmi stares after them, unblinking. Siwon runs down the hallway. Anywhere would do. She just wants somewhere to hide her shameful self. So she runs to that familiar place. At the end of the third-floor hallway lies a break room no one ever visits due to its shabby state. It's her hideaway. The place where she'd fled to escape her father's gaze after losing her maid.
슈엔...
Siwon. The place she first met Maxwell.
역시 여기 있었구나.
I knew you'd be here. Just like that day, she had come looking for the little girl, offering a slice of cake to comfort her.
왜 여기 있어? 나가자.
What are you doing in here? Come on, let's get out of here.
일단 내 연구실로 가서
Let's head to my lab and... But today, Siwon doesn't want comfort. She feels as though she might lash out at anyone who draws near.
들어오지 마!
Don't come in!
나가. 혼자 있고 싶어.
Get out! I want to be alone!
혼자 있으면 뭐해? 나가서 케이크라도...
What good is being alone? Let's go out and get some cake.
나가라고. 꼴도 보기 싫어.
I said get out! I can't stand the sight of you!
다 너 때문이야.
That's not your fault!
왜 나한테 다 괜찮을 거라고 했어?
Why didn't you tell me everything would be okay?
엑셀이 그랬잖아. 다 잘 될 거라고 했잖아.
You said it would all work out! You said everything was going to be fine!
슈엔,
Jiwon,
어린애. 같은 생각 같으면 말해줬어야지.
you should have told me.
거라고 했어야지.
You should have told me. If they were childish thoughts, you should have said it wouldn't work.
이 시간을 뺏는다는 소리까지 듣고.
Instead, I had to sit there and be told I wasted your time.
아버님이 나를.
The way father looked at me.
그래, 맞아.
Yeah, you're right.
다 내 탓이야.
It's all my fault. Maxwell?
미안해. 내가 사장님의 의도를 몰랐어. 너무 안일했던 게 맞아.
I'm sorry. I failed to see through the boss's intentions. I was far too naive. It's on me.
그러니까 자책하지 마. 다 내 탓이라고 생각해.
But don't blame yourself. Lay it all on me.
아니.
No! That's not...
여기 너무 오래 있지 말고 감기 들라.
Don't stay in here too long. You might catch a cold. Maxwell!
먼저 간다.
I'll head out first. Maxwell leaves.
미안해.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Maxwell. Jiwon weeps for a long time in the familiar darkness, clutching onto her shattered world. Maxwell clenches her fist as she listens on. No matter how hard she racks her brain, there's nothing she can do for Jiwon at this moment.
제기를.
From that day on, Jiwon never sets foot outside of her own room. I think that makes a good spot for us to take another quick break. And we're back. Let's read The Adult's World, Side A. After Bacillus announces that it has enhanced the alpha particle purification device, the previous public outcry over Bacillus' supposed incompetence swiftly dies down. And just as everything was settling,
부르셨다고요?
you sent for me?
MMR로 가.
Go to MMR.
가서 VTC에 남은 데이터들을 가져와.
Retrieve the remaining VTC data. Right, VTC was the religious organization.
지금 이 타이밍이에요?
Now, of all times,
이를 갑자기.
this is a bit sudden.
타이밍? 무슨 타이밍을 말하는 거지?
Pray tell, what do you mean now, of all times?
아가의 니키 설계도.
The NIKKE blueprint Sweetie made.
그건 분명 진짜였어요.
That was undeniably real.
방주에 들어온 이후 아무도 이뤄내지 못한 새로운 방향의 니케 바디.
She's achieved something no one else has since we entered the Ark. She's taking the NIKKE body in a new direction.
당신이 그것의 가치를 모를 리가 없지.
There's no way you're unaware of what it's worth.
그런 걸 와 쓰레기통에 처박나 했더니
Wondered why you tossed it in the trash. Now I see.
그게 네가 MMR에 가는 것과 무슨 관계가 있지?
What does any of this have to do with you going to MMR?
내를 밖에 나오게 할 생각이 없구나.
You have no intention of ever letting me out after that, do you?
글쎄,
Who's to say?
이미 차기 CEO를 결정한 거야.
You've already decided on the next CEO.
아가인가요?
Is it Sweetie?
뜬모를 소리만 늘어놓는군.
Enough of this blithering nonsense.
그렇게나 좋을 대로 써먹어 놓고 내를 이제 와서 이래 쉽게 버린다고.
Now that you've gotten everything you've needed out of me, you're casting me aside?
다녀와.
Off you go.
다녀오면 CEO의 자리를 주지.
Once you return, the position of CEO will be yours.
누굴 바보로 하나?
Do you take me for a fool?
내가 순순히 갈 거라고 생각해요.
You really think I'll go quietly?
갈 거라고 생각하는데.
I do.
권력, 능력, 조력자.
Power, ability, connections.
이 중 지금 네가 나보다 뛰어난 게 뭐가 있지?
Tell me, which of these do you have that surpasses me?
타인의 손에 질질 끌려 내려가는 추한 꼴은 보이고 싶지 않을 거라 믿는다.
I trust you'd rather not be seen making such a pathetic spectacle of yourself, being dragged there by someone else.
아버지,
Father,
언젠가 그 뇌를 실험대에 올려가 샅샅이 조사하고 말 겁니다.
one day I will lay that brain of yours on a lab table and pick it apart, bit by bit.
내한테 기억 제어 장치를 개발시키게 한 걸 후회할 만큼.
I'll make you regret you ever had me develop that memory control device. Memory control? Oh! Oh shit!
응? 뜻대로 해.
Do as you like.
그럴 능력이 생긴다면 말이지.
If you ever gain the means to do so, that is.
MMR로 가라.
Go to MMR.
그리고 CEO의 허락이나 이사회의 요청이 있기 전까지
And unless the CEO grants permission, or the board requests it,
방주에 올라오지 마.
don't return to the Ark.
CEO의 허락이나 이사회의 요청.
CEO's permission? Or the board's request?
자식들을 완전히 갖고 노는구만.
You really do consider your children as mere pawns, don't you?
그러죠.
Fine.
어떻게든 반드시 돌아와서
I will find my way back, no matter what.
반드시 당신을 내 실험대 위에 올릴 기다.
And I will put you on my lab table if it's the last thing I do.
그러던가.
Do as you please. Jen leaves.
애니
Enoch?
예,
Yes?
큰 것이 제대로 MMR로 내려가는지 확인해.
Make sure the big one makes it to MMR as instructed.
작은 것과 다르게 제법 괴물로 큰 아이라 머리를 쓸 수 있어.
Unlike the small one, she's becoming somewhat formidable. She knows how to use that head of hers.
알겠습니다.
Understood.
말했던 조건이 성립되지 않으면 방주 위로 올라올 수 있는 수단을 모두 막아.
If the conditions I named aren't met, cut off every route back to the Ark.
그리고 약속대로 난 이틀 뒤에 갈 거야.
I'll be heading out in 2 days, as promised.
위치가 특정된 모양이군요.
It seems the location has been triangulated.
그래.
Right. Enemy switches on the screen and gazes at the red dot displayed on the vast map.
드디어 찾았지.
At last. Found it.
쓸데없는 데 힘 빼기 싫으니
I'd rather not waste my strength on frivolous endeavors,
막지 마.
so don't get in my way.
너와 한 거래는 모두 완료되었을 거다.
This should complete our deal.
지상 위까지 네 영향이 닿을 수 있도록 통신을 열어놓았으니까.
I've opened up communication so that your influence extends even to the surface.
예, 지상 위까지 제 통신이 닿는 것을 확인했습니다.
Yes, I've confirmed communications to the surface.
감사합니다, 엔네.
Thank you, Enmei.
그럼 차기 CEO는 슈엔으로 확정인 것입니까?
Is Yuan confirmed as the next CEO then?
그래.
That's right.
큰 것의 발이 MMR에 닿는 순간 기사를 뿌려.
The instant the big one sets foot in MMR, release the article.
미실리스의 CEO가 바뀐다는 것을 모두가 알 수 있게.
Let everyone know the Basilis's CEO is changing.
속보입니다.
Breaking news.
엘리시온에 이어 미실리스 인더스트리의 CEO 승계가 이루어진다는 소식입니다.
Following Elysian's recent change in leadership, we now hear that Basilis Industry will follow suit. So this is after Ingrid took over for Elysian because EH broke off and went to the Outer Rim.
차기 CEO로는 MACEO의 자녀 슈엔으로 결정되었습니다.
The next CEO has been confirmed as Huan, the youngest daughter of the current CEO, Enmei.
저게 무슨 말이야?
What is this?
내가 뭐가 됐다고?
I became what?
CEO?
The CEO?
사장님!
Boss!
CEO를 내려놓은 지 얼마나 됐다고. 벌써부터 허락도 없이 방을 들어오네.
I've only just stepped down and already people are barging into my room without permission.
지금 무슨 생각을 하시는 거예요?
What are you thinking?
CEO를 내려놓는다고요?
You're stepping down as CEO?
슈엔을 차기 CEO도 아니고 지금 바로 승계를 한다니.
And you're not appointing Huan as your successor, but putting her in charge immediately?
저 어린애한테?
That little kid?
그래,
That's right.
큰 것보다 작은 것이 지금의 미실리스에게 더 적합하니까.
The small one is a better fit for the Basilis of today than the big one.
당신도 알잖아요.
You know it as well!
저 애가 바라던 게 뭔지.
You know what that kid is hoping for!
그저 아버지가 자기를 한 번만 더 봐주길 원했다는 거 당신도 알잖아.
You know all she wants is for her father to recognize her achievements just one more time!
그런데 어떻게 이런 방식으로?
But how? How could you do this instead?
그래, 애정.
Yes, affection.
그게 그 애가 원하는 거겠지. 그 앤 옛날부터 그랬으니까.
That's what she wants, I suppose. She's always been that way since she was young.
그래서 주지 않는 거야.
Which is precisely why I won't give it.
만족한 것들은 정체되기 마련이니까.
Anyone who is satiated is bound to stagnate.
뭐라고요?
What?
내가 그 설계도를 마음에 들어하지 않았을 거라고 생각해?
Did you really think I didn't like that blueprint?
지금 무슨 말을?
What are you saying?
그건 진짜가 맞아.
It's a genuine piece of work.
훌륭하지. 그 나이에 진짜 니케 설계도를 만들어낼 재능이라니.
Have the talent to produce a genuine NIKKE blueprint at that age is impressive.
2세대 페어리테일 이후로 정말 오랜만에 보는 것이었어.
Haven't seen anything like that since the second generation Grimm's models. He's seen old tales? Oh, that's disturbing.
역시 미실리스의 피답덕은.
He's truly of Basilis's bloodline.
그 정도 재능이라면 어려도 괜찮아. CEO 정도야 할 수 있어.
With talent like that, her age is irrelevant. She can manage being CEO just fine.
성질이 좀 나빠져도 애처럼 굴어도.
Even if her temperament worsens, or if she acts like a child. So basically, if she continues being a brat.
타고난 실력으로 성과를 낼 테니까.
Her innate ability will produce results regardless.
그런데 왜 그 자리에선 그런 말을?
Then why did you say all those things to her?
말했잖아. 만족한 건 정체되기 마련이라고.
Like I said, anyone who is satiated is bound to stagnate.
굶주리고 갈망해야 성장이 있는 법이지.
Only those who are hungry and driven by desire can grow.
그래서 애한테 그딴 말을 했던 거라고?
So that's why you said what you said?
형편없다면서 민폐를 끼쳤다는 것처럼 말한다고?
Calling her worthless and a nuisance?
고작 그런 이유 때문에?
Just for that reason alone?
그래. 결국 그게 그 애한테 더 큰 성장을 가져올 테니까.
Yes. In the end, she will reach greater heights because of it.
가장 원하는 게 애정이라면 더욱 쉽겠지.
If affection is what she craves most, all the better.
곁에서 키울 수 있는 상황이었다면야.
Had circumstances allowed her to be raised at my side,
조금씩 줄 듯 말 듯 애태우면서 더 자극시킬 수 있었겠지만 상황상 불가능하니 어쩔 수 없지.
could have spoon-fed affection to her little by little, keeping it just beyond her reach while spurring her on. But it wasn't to be.
평생 주지 않는 수밖에.
My only option is to withhold it from her for the rest of her life. Enmei! Maxwell slams her hand down on Enmei's death.
당신은 도대체 자신의 아이를 뭘로 보는 거야?
What do you even take your own child for?
괴물
A monster.
뭐?
What?
또는 괴물이 될 훌륭한 제목.
Or someone with the makings of becoming one.
괴물을 잡기 위해 만든 회사의 주인인데
The head of a company built to hunt monsters.
괴물 정도는 되어야 이 미실리스의 CEO 자리에 오를 수 있지 않겠어.
Don't you think you have to become a monster yourself to qualify as CEO of MATIS?
그런 게 되지 않아도 랩처를
You can still go up against the Raptures even without becoming a monster.
방심의 결과가 저 우주에 버젓이 남아있는데도
Consequences of us showing mercy is there in plain sight up in space. I'm sorry! So the reason the Rapture Queen is up in space is because you showed What the hell is this lore right now?
아직도 인간으로 덤벼도 이길 수 있으리라 생각하는 멍청한 놈이 있군.
And yet, it looks like there's a fool who still believes she can win by coming at the enemy as mere humans.
그게 내 부하직원이었다니.
Think that fool was my own subordinate.
제법 똑똑한 줄 알았더니 결국 너도 방주에 안주한 인간일 뿐이었나.
I took you for someone fairly clever, but in the end, you're simply another human who's grown complacent living in the Ark.
그렇게나 괴물을 원한다면 지엔에게 자리를 줬으면 됐잖아.
If you're so desperate for a monster, you could have just appointed GN CEO.
그 애가 원하는 건 그 자리니.
She craves that position more than anything, so
설마
don't tell me.
그래. 그래서야
Yes, that's exactly why.
큰 것이 원하는 건 이 자리이니까.
It's precisely because that's what the big one desires the most.
절대 줄 수 없지.
That's why I can never give it to her,
만족할 테니까.
because she'd be satisfied.
지금도 봐. 자신이 작은 것을 언제든 이길 수 있다고 생각하니까
Even now, she believes she could win against the small one at any time.
가짠게 아가라 부르며 여유를 부리지.
He's impossibly smug, condescendingly calling her sister sweetie.
괴물은 굶주리게 해야 해.
Monster must be kept hungry.
만족한 괴물은 성장을 멈추거든.
Someone who is satisfied stops growing.
그래서는 안 되지.
That cannot be allowed.
그래서야 미실리스고 방주고 정체될 뿐일 테니까.
Otherwise, MATIS and the Ark would stagnate
미실리스도 방주도 더 커나가야지.
when they have to keep expanding,
괴물들에게 잡아먹히지 않도록.
lest they be devoured by the monsters.
그래. 당신의 그 괴물론이 맞다고 치자.
Fine. Let's say this monster theory of yours is correct.
그런데 그건 이론일 뿐이잖아.
But it's nothing more than that. A theory.
슈엔이 괴물이 되지 않고 인간으로서 안주하면 그땐 어쩌려고?
What if Suen refuses to cast aside her humanity to become a monster? What then?
그럼 큰 것이 올라와서 작은 것을 잡아먹겠지.
Then the big one will emerge and devour her.
미실리스가 무너지는 꼴은 애닉이 절대 두고 보지 않을 테니까.
Enoch would never sit by and watch Bacillus fall.
그러니 작은 것은 내내 두려워할 거야.
The small one will live in constant fear.
자신의 손에 있는 게 언제 그 애물의 아가리에 들어갈지 모를 거라 생각할 테니까.
Never knowing when everything she holds might end up in the jaws of a monster.
그럼 더 성과를 내려 필사적이 되겠지.
That's when she'll grow desperate to perform.
그 애물이 되든 되지 않든.
Whether she becomes a monster or not.
정말 미쳤어. 어떻게 자기 자식을...
You're insane! How could you do this to your own child?
괴물은 지엔도 슈엔도 아니야. 당신이야.
You're the one who's the monster, not Jian or Suen!
알아.
I know that.
미실리스에서 태어난 건 모두 그렇지.
Everyone born into Bacillus is the same.
괴물이거나 괴물이 되담한 것들 뿐이야.
They're either a monster or they fall short of becoming one.
작은 것이라고 다를 것 같아.
You think the small one is any different?
슈엔은 달라. 그앤 정말로...
Suen is different! She's truly...
그래? 어디 시간이 흐른 뒤에도 그 말을 할 수 있을지 궁금하군.
Is that so? I wonder if you'll still be able to say that once time has passed.
네가 작은 것의 곁을 떠나지 못한다면
If you can't bring yourself to leave the small one's side,
언젠가 이 말을 통감할 때가 올 거다.
the day will come when you realize the truth in my words.
내가 절대 그렇게 만들지 않을 거야.
I will never let it come to that!
그래? 내가 보기엔 네가 가장 적합한데.
From where I stand, you're the most fitting one of all.
적합하다고?
Fitting for what?
이렇게나 애정이 가득하니
With how affectionate you are.
작은 것을 괴물로 밀어넣는데 가장 큰 트리거가 될 수 있겠어.
You'd be the perfect catalyst for driving the small one over the edge.
뭐?
What?
말했잖아. 그 애가 굶주리는 게 애정이라면
I told you, didn't I? If affection is what she's starved of,
그것을 평생 갖지 못하게 할 거라고.
then I'll see to it she never has it for the rest of her life. A thin needle flies through the air and lodges itself in Maxwell's shoulder.
이게 무슨...
What? What is this? Maxwell lifts her head, only to see a gun muzzle before her. Stealth? A wave of dizziness washes over her, and she crumples to the floor.
안 그래도 찾아가려고 했는데 먼저 찾아와줘서 고마워.
I was actually about to send for you myself. I appreciate you coming to me first.
넌 절대 작은 것에 취임식에 오면 안 되거든.
You absolutely cannot be present at the small one's inauguration, you see. Babe! Maxwell loses consciousness.
끌고 나가.
Get her out of here. Inmei walks out, leaving Maxwell's crumpled form on the ground. That evening, Enmei, Bacillus' second CEO, vanishes from the Ark without a trace. So I wonder where the hell he is then. An Adult's World, Side B. Because there's no way he doesn't have something planned for later. 2 days later. To cover up the disappearance of Bacillus' second CEO, Enmei, the inauguration of his successor is held all the more lavishly for a gathering of prominent political and business figures.
슈엔님, 잘 들으세요.
Miss Suen, listen carefully.
슈엔님을 믿고 CEO 자리를 승계해주시고 떠나신 엠마님을 위해서라도
If not for yourself, then do it for Mr. Enmei, who believed in you enough to entrust you with the CEO position before he departed.
아버님이 나를 믿었다고?
Father, believed in me?
그럼요. 그렇지 않고서야 그 지혜님을 MMR로 보내버리고
Of course. Why else would he send Miss Jian packing off to MMR?
지혜님을 CEO 자리에 앉힐 이유가 있었을까요?
Appoint you as CEO.
그건 그렇지만
That's true, but
그러니 그런 엠맨님을 위해서라도 단상 위에선 절대 떨어서는 안 돼요.
so for Mr. Enmei's sake, if nothing else, you must not tremble up on that podium.
CEO로서 당당한 모습을 보여주셔야 해요.
You have to carry yourself with the dignity befitting a CEO.
아버님을 위해서
For father's sake.
지금부터는 대미실리스 인더스트리의 CEO예요.
From this moment on, you are the CEO of the great Bacillus industry.
엠맨님의 판단이 틀리지 않았다는 걸 슈엔님이 증명해 보이셔야 한다고요.
You must prove that Mr. Enmei was not mistaken in his assessment of you.
아버님이 틀리지 않았다는 걸.
Prove that father wasn't wrong.
무슨 말인지 아시겠죠?
You understand what I mean, don't you?
알아. 걱정하지 마.
Yes, I understand. Don't worry.
불안한데.
It doesn't sound reassuring.
저 혹시 맥스웰은 어디 있어?
Do you know where Maxwell is, by any chance?
치프 엔지니어는 어제부터 연구실에 틀어박혀 있다고 하더군요.
The chief engineer has apparently been holed up in her lab since yesterday.
연구실에?
In her lab?
그럼 안 와?
Then she's not coming?
글쎄요. 시간이 되면 오고 안 되면 안 오지 않을까요?
Who's to say? She'll come if she has the time. If not, she won't.
연구원들은 필수 참석이 아닐 테니까요.
Attendance isn't mandatory for researchers, after all.
그렇구나.
I see.
자, 슈엔님, 나갈 시간이에요.
All right, Miss Yuan. It's time.
제 말 꼭 명심하세요.
Remember everything I said.
그래.
Got it. Yuan steps up onto the podium. Yuan wants nothing more than to step down from the podium. Every part of her wants to give up the CEO position right then and there. She turns her eyes downward. The board members are watching her. The female board executive mouths something silently. Mr. Enmei. Yuan turns her head toward the prompter. And then, steadying her trembling hands, she begins her speech.
이곳을 찾아주신 기빈 여러분,
To all the distinguished guests who have joined us,
위실리스의 새로운 CEO 슈엔 인사드립니다.
I am Yuan, the new CEO of Bacillus. It is an honor to meet you all today.
2대 CEO이시자 저희 아버님인 엠메님의 의지에 따라
In accordance with the wishes of the second CEO, my father, Mr. Enmei,
앞으로 모든 미실리스의 운영을 저 슈엔이 도맡아 이루어 나갈 것입니다.
I, Yuan, will from this day take full charge of all Bacillus's operations.
아버님께서는 인류 발전에 중요한 기술을 연구하시기 위해
In order to develop technology vital to the advancement of humanity.
현재 MMR 깊은 곳에서 비밀리에 연구를 진행하고 계십니다.
My father is currently conducting secret research deep within MMR.
시기를 놓쳐선 안 되는 중요한 일이기에
As it is critical work that cannot afford any undue delays.
대외적으로 알리지 않고 급하게 움직이게 된 점을 양해 부탁드리겠습니다.
We ask for your understanding for moving so swiftly, without a public announcement.
하지만 걱정하지 않으셔도 됩니다.
But there is no need for concern.
아버님의 명성에 누가 되지 않도록 저 슈엔이 앞으로의 미실리스 역시 방주 최고의 기업으로.
So as not to tarnish my father's good name, I, Suen, will lead Mistillus in upholding its reputation as the Ark's finest company.
최고의 기술력을 가진 기업으로 이끌어 나갈 것입니다.
And carry on its legacy as the home of the most advanced technology in the Ark.
감사합니다.
Thank you. Everyone applauds the remarkably young, diminutive CEO. Suen stands in the middle of the banquet hall.
어이쿠, 쉐님.
Oh, Miss Suen.
취임을 축하드립니다.
Congratulations on your appointment.
이렇게 작은 몸으로 CEO 자리에 올라가시다니.
To think someone so tiny could rise all the way to the CEO's chair.
쉐님이 정말 영민하시긴 하나 봅니다. 그렇죠?
You must be one smart cookie. The man's gaze is filled with contempt.
결국 미실리스도 세대 교체를 하게 되는군요.
So, Mistillus is handing over the reins to a new generation.
MACEO는 이터널 라이프를 맡는다는 이야기를 들어서 머스탱 CEO처럼 절대 자리를 안 넘겨줄 줄 알았는데.
I heard Enmei had received eternal life treatments. I assumed he'd never give up his position, much like Mustang.
이게 미실리스의 호재로 작용할지 모르겠네요.
I wonder whether this will turn out to be a positive development for Mistillus. The woman stares at her, sizing her up.
세상에, 저렇게 어린아이가 CEO라니.
Goodness me, a child this young becoming the CEO.
아무리 급하다고 해도 저렇게 어린아이에게 회사를 맡기고.
No matter how urgent things were, to leave a whole company to a child.
앤맨님도 정말 제멋대로라니까요.
Mr. Enmei really does things his way. Lady shoots her a look of concern.
저 나이에 CEO라니 부럽네.
Wow, to be a CEO at that age. How enviable.
저 어린애가 알면 뭘 안다고?
What could a little tag like her possibly know?
금수저를 물고 태어났다는 이유만으로 3대 기업의 CEO라고?
So, she only became CEO of one of the big three because of nepotism? Bitch, do you not know that the same thing happened with Elysian? That Ingrid only became CEO because her mother was CEO? And it was originally supposed to go to her sister, EH? And then, of course, with Tetra, like, of course, it's not public knowledge that basically Hansen got his father to off himself while Hansen plays the role of Mustang. So he basically is acting like he is the one and only CEO. So, like, well, not only that, Enmei became CEO through nepotism because his mother was CEO. Come the fuck on!
미실리스의 미래가 걱정된다, 걱정돼.
I worry for Miss Hillis's future. I really do. The woman's eyes are laced with envy.
갑자기 이대 CEO가 모습을 보이지도 않고 은퇴를 한다고?
So, Enmei retires out of the blue without even showing his face?
저런 어린애를 두고?
And then he leaves it all to this little girl?
뭔가 냄새가 나는데. 영구고 뭐고 이대 CEO 신변에 뭔 일이 있는 거 아니야?
Something's fishy about all this. Research or not, I think something's happened to Enmei. Man eyes Suen suspiciously. All these eyes on her. So, like, there's also been rumors going around that Suen was the possible childhood friend of the commander based on a flashback from an early story chapter that shows a girl in pure white silhouette. We don't see anything, but has some details very similar to young Suen, such as the way her hair is styled and the stuffed animal that she's carrying. But based on what we've been seeing, there's not really any chance Suen would have had to have met the commander when they were younger. Suen turns her head away. There stands a colossal sign emblazoned with the MATIS Industry logo. Suen feels the pressure rob the breath from her lungs. She turns to look back across the banquet hall. She glances around for a long while, searching for a familiar face. But neither her father, nor Jian, nor even Maxwell are anywhere to be seen. She's suffocating.
미실리스의 새로운 CEO 슈에님, 기분이 어떠신가요?
Miss Yuen, MATIS' new CEO, how are you feeling? But she smiles.
좋아. 안 좋을 게 있어.
Wonderful! What more can I ask for?
이렇게 기쁜 날인데.
Especially on such a joyous day like this! Averting her eyes from the pressure, she smiles as though it were the happiest day in her entire life.
슈에님, 취임 기념으로 케이크와 식사를 준비해 놓았습니다.
Miss Yuen, we prepared a cake in celebration of your appointment. Yuen looks at the celebratory cake set out on the table. Yuen glances at her phone. Not a single person has reached out to her.
지금 드시겠...
Would you like to eat now?
됐어. 다 나가.
Forget it. Everyone out.
내가 알아서 먹을 테니까.
I'll eat when I want to.
그러면 세팅만 해드릴까...
At least allow us to set the table for you.
나가라고!
I said get out!
네.
Of course. The maids all leave. Yuen sits down alone before the celebratory feast. He looks across the table. There's no one seated across from her. Her mouth contorts.
뭐야? 먹을 거 많네.
Wow! There's so much to eat!
이게 다 나 먹으라고 차려놓은 거잖아.
Everything's laid out just for me! Yuen drags the cake toward herself. He takes a heaping forkful, shoves it into her mouth.
뭐야? 맛있네.
What the? It's good! He crams another mouthful in, her lips twisting. The tears brimming in her eyes spill over. Yuen takes another forkful of cake. She forces it into her mouth in desperation until every last tear has fallen.
머리야.
My head. You've been out for at least 2.5 days. What the fuck did Enmei drug you with? Maxwell opens her eyes to find herself in her lab.
내 연구실?
I'm in my lab?
뭐야? 계속 잠들어 있었던 건가?
What? How long was I out for?
지금 며칠이지?
What day is it? Maxwell powers on her phone.
일주일이나 지났다고?
Oh, weeks gone by? Oh! Oh! What the hell did he drug you with, Maxwell?
그럼 취임식은
Then, the inauguration! Maxwell bolts outside.
드디어 얼굴을 보이네.
Oh, you finally decided to show your face.
취임식 때 참석 못한 거 정말 미안.
I'm so sorry I couldn't be there for your inauguration.
그게 다 사정이 있어서.
Something came up.
무슨 사정?
Like what?
그게
Maxwell wants very much to tell Siwon everything that her father has done. And then she remembers just how much Siwon loves him.
미안. 그 전날 연구에 너무 몰두해서
Sorry. I got so wrapped up in research the night before.
수면 부족으로 쓰러졌지 뭐야. 그래서
He ended up collapsing from lack of sleep.
아팠다는 거지?
So you were sick, huh?
맞아. 몸이 좀 아팠어.
Yeah, that's right. I was a little under the weather.
지금은 괜찮아?
Are you feeling better?
괜찮지. 그럼
Of course. Right as rain.
그래, 그러면 됐어.
Alright. Then that's all that matters.
일부러 안 온 게 아니면 됐어.
As long as you didn't stay away on purpose.
그럴 리가 있겠어. 다른 것도 아니고 네 취임식인데.
Why would I ever do that? It's your inauguration of all things.
미안해. 어떤 사정이 있어도 갔어야 했는데.
Sorry. I should have been there. No excuses.
됐어. 괜찮으니까.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
그만 생각해. 나도 잊을 테니까.
Stop dwelling on it. I'll forget about it too. But from that day on, Siwon never once visits Maxwell's lab again. And so, several years pass. How much is left? Ooh! Okay, quite a bit left still. The third CEO, Side A.
이번 분기 엘리시온사의 앱솔루트 스쿼드가 최고 실적을 달성했음이 발표되면서
With Elysian's absolute squad announcing record high performance this quarter,
미실리스 인더스트리의 주가가 또다시 최저점을 찍었습니다.
Macilla's Industries stock price has hit another all-time low.
일각에서는 이 원인을 3대 CEO, 슈엔의 부진 때문이라고 분석하고 있는데요.
Some analysts attribute this to the underperformance of the new CEO, Siwon.
3대 CEO 슈엔이 부임하면서 새로운 미실리스의 혁신이 등장하지 않았기 때문이라는 것이 공통된 의견이었습니다.
The general consensus is that no new innovation has emerged from Macilla's since she took office as the third generation CEO. That's kind of funny, but also, damn, that hurts, because this is the same complaint they were saying about her father, that there have been no new innovations since he took over.
그동안 슈엔 CEO가 부린 폭행과 폭언들이 함께 화두에 오르면서 부정적인 여론에 힘을 더하고 있습니다.
Siwon's record of violent outbursts and verbal abuse has also come to light, further fueling negative public sentiment.
이에 미실리스 내부에서는 CEO를 교체해야 한다는 의견도
In response, voices within Macilla's are even calling for the CEO to be replaced.
저거 안 꺼?
Turn that off already!
시끄러워 죽겠네.
It's driving me up the wall! The TV is switched off.
저거 어떻게 할 거야?
So, what are you going to do about all this?
그러게 평소에 다른 사람들한테 잘 좀 해주고.
This is why I keep telling you to treat people with some decency.
이미지 관리 좀 하라고 했지.
To manage your image a little.
너 요즘 욕도 너무 많이 하고 행동도 과격해진 거 알아?
Do you have any idea how much you've been cursing lately? Your behavior has gotten way too aggressive.
몰라.
I don't care! Yeah, like, especially once she's become CEO, there's no way she would have been able to meet the commander when they were younger. Like, the only time she probably could have would have been before the flashback of this event started, but I don't know, like, I'm not seeing how Xuen could have been the commander's childhood friend or whatever that that flashback vision, whatever he had way back in the story was supposed to be. I don't care.
언제는 남들이 나한테 막하면 나도 막해버리라며?
You're the one who said if I treat people like dirt, I should dish it right back.
CEO 자리가 쉬운 줄 알아? 이 자리에 있으면 다 이렇게 돼.
You think it's easy being the CEO? Anyone who assumes this title ends up like this.
착하고 어리버리하게 굴면 호구로 보고 잡아먹으려 드는데.
Act sweet and clueless and they'll take you for a pushover and eat you alive.
내가 어떻게 곱게 말해?
How am I supposed to play nice?
그러지 않은 CEO들도 많아.
There are plenty of CEOs who don't do things that way.
알아. 그래서 뭐?
I know that. So what?
그 사람들은 내 나이에 CEO가 됐대?
Did any of them become a CEO at my age?
나라고 이러고 싶어서 이렇게 된 줄 알아?
You think I chose to turn out this way?
다 사방에서 나만 갖고 뭐라고 해서 이렇게 된 거 아니야?
It's because everyone kept coming at me from all sides that I ended up like this.
그리고 뭐? 여론이 저러면 어쩔 건데?
And besides, so what if that's how the public sees me?
미실리스는 저런 걸로 안 무너져. 절대로.
Missless won't crumble over something like that. Never.
그래, 미실리스는 괜찮겠지.
Sure, Misillus will be fine.
근데 지금 저들이 문제 삼는 게 미실리스가 아니라는 거 알잖아.
But you know full well that it's not Misillus they're after.
너 왜 그래? 왜 자꾸 내가 뭘 잘못했다고 해?
What's gotten into you? Why do you keep acting like I did something wrong?
내가 뭘 그렇게 못해줬는데?
What exactly have I failed to do?
뭐겠어.
What do you think?
혁신, 즉 성과가 부족하다는 거지.
Innovation. Your performance has been sorely lacking.
인정하긴 싫지만 앞에 두 CEO의 성과가 대단했으니까.
I hate to admit it, but the two CEOs had quite the track record.
맥스웰,
Maxwell!
너 내 편 맞아?
Are you even on my side?
그럼 맞지.
Of course I am.
안 그러면 여기서 네 때를 들어주고 있을 리가 있겠어?
Why else would I sit here and put up with your tantrums?
누가 때를 쓰고 있다는 거야?
Who says I'm throwing a tantrum?
야, 슈엔. 이거 보통 일 아니야.
Listen, Xuen, this is no ordinary situation.
뭐가 또 보통이 아니야.
What's so out of the ordinary about
넌
it?
지나치게 과하게 해석하는 경우가.
You always blow things way out of proportion.
이사회 쪽에서 다른 후보에게 컨택 중이라는 소문이 있으니까.
There's a rumor the board's been reaching out to other candidates.
뭐?
What?
다른 후보라니?
What do you mean, other candidates?
기억 안 나?
Don't you remember?
지엔, 네 이복 언니 말이야.
Jian, your half-sister.
그 녀석이 돌아온다고?
He's coming back?
그래.
That's right.
그러니까 이번에야말로 뭔가를 하긴 해야 해.
So this time around, you have to do something.
이번에는 진짜 네 자리를 노리고 승냥이들이 움직일 것 같으니까.
Because this time, the jackals look like they're actually making a move on your position.
당장 뭘 어떻게 하라는 거야?
What exactly am I supposed to do right now?
내가 바란다고 실적이 어디서 뚝 나오는 줄 알아?
You think results will simply drop out of the sky because I want them to?
뭘 어떻게 하냐니.
What are you supposed to do, you say?
있잖아. 천하의 2대 CEO도 이뤄내지 못한 과제.
You did the one thing even the great Enmei never managed to pull off.
설마
Don't tell me.
새로운 성능의 니케. 이번에야말로 만들면 되지.
A NIKKE with new abilities. Let's make it happen this time.
그것만 있으면 앱솔루트 스쿼드고 뭐고 그 누구도 네가 CEO가 된 걸.
Once we do that, the Absolute Squad and whoever else won't be able to question your position as CEO.
안 돼!
No!
그것만은 안 돼.
Not happening.
꿈도 꾸지 마.
Don't even think about it.
슈엔, 내가 그 프로젝트에 참여해서 그런 게 아니라
Yuan, I'm not saying this because I was part of that project.
그건 정말 나쁘지 않았어.
It truly did have promise.
너도 알잖아. 엔메 그 녀석의 눈빛은
You know it too. The look in Enmei's eyes back then.
아버님의 눈빛이 뭐? 날 경멸하던가? 쓸모없다고 본가?
What about the look in his eyes? The way he looked at me with contempt? Like I was worthless?
그 녀석도 분명 좋다고는 생각했다는 거 알잖아.
You know for a fact he thought it was good.
그런데 왜 그렇게 말해주지 않으셨는데?
Then why didn't he ever say so?
왜 나한테 형편없다고 말한 건데?
Why did he tell me it was pathetic?
그건
Well,
맥스웰,
Maxwell,
어설프게 위로할 생각하지 마.
don't bother trying to comfort me so half-heartedly.
그게 더 기분 나쁘니까.
It only makes me feel worse.
야,
Listen,
됐으니까 나가.
enough. Get out.
슈엔.
Suen,
혼자 있고 싶어.
I want to be alone.
그래, 갈게.
Fine. I'll go. Maxwell leaves.
지엔이 온다고?
Jian's
지엔이?
coming? Okay, that's supposed to be her slamming her desk, but there was no sound for that, so I don't know if that actually was supposed to be the intent. Okay, there it is. Suen slams the desk. I feel like they could have swapped it. Like, Suen slammed her hand down on the desk and then did the slam with the to go with the sound, but whatever.
이 사회 새끼들.
Those bastards on the board, and of course, love the censor for the for the Korean audio.
내가 아버님의 빈자리를 메운다고 얼마나 노력했는데.
After everything I did to fill the void my father left behind,
더 이상 뭘 어떻게 하라는 거야? 뭘 더 원하는 거야?
what more am I supposed to do? What more do they want from me?
지엔을 부른다니. 지엔을 부른다니.
Calling Jian back of all people? Yuan curls in on herself.
내 자리가 무너진다니.
My position is slipping away from me.
그럴 수 없어.
Can't let that happen.
그래선 안 돼.
I won't allow it.
이 자리는 아버님이 내게 주신 유일한.
This position is the one thing, the only thing father ever gave me.
안 돼. 안 돼. 이 자리는 빼앗길 수 없어.
No, no, I won't let it be taken from me.
어떻게 하지?
But what do I do?
아버님만큼의 혁신을 만들라니.
Asking me to innovate on father's level. I mean, yeah, I guess he did the whole alpha particle thing.
어떻게?
How?
뭘 어떻게 하냐니.
What are you supposed to do, you say?
있잖아. 천하의 2대 CEO도 이뤄내지 못한 과제.
You did the one thing even the great Enmei never managed to pull off.
새로운 성능의 니케. 이번에야말로 만들면 되지.
NIKKE with new abilities. Let's make it happen this time. Yuan stares blankly at her desk drawer.
그걸 꺼내라고?
He wants me to take it out?
치워.
Get rid of it.
안 들려?
Are you deaf?
저리 치우라고.
I said, get that out of my sight.
안 돼.
No!
저걸 쓴 걸 알면 아버님이.
If he found out I used it, Father would...
방법을 찾아야 해.
I have to find another way.
방법을 찾아야.
I have to find a way. Siwon clutches her head.
아니야, 분명 다른 방법이 있을 거야.
No, there's got to be another way.
분명히 있을 거야.
There has to be. But no matter how many technical achievements Siwon unveils, or what results Macilis' Nikkes deliver, the stock price only continues to fall. 1 month later, Siwon finally comes face to face with her.
오랜만이네요.
It's been a while. So the board was the one that got her out of MMR.
슈엔.
Siwon. Longtime rival. I think with that, we're gonna go for one last quick break. And we're back. The third CEO, Side B.
잘 지내고 있었어요.
How have you been?
뭐야?
What the hell?
네가 왜 여기 있어?
Why are you here?
알겠어요.
Why do you think?
언니가 오랜만에 귀여운 동생을 보고 싶어가 올라왔지.
I missed my cute little sister after all this time.
오랜만에 보니까 안 반가워요.
Aren't you glad to see me?
반갑기는 뭐가 반가워? 당장 안 내려가?
You wish. Get back down there, now!
난 너 올라오는 거 허락한 적 없어.
I never give you permission to come up here.
에이, 야박하네. 올라온 지 얼마 안 됐는데 다시 내려가라 하는 거예요?
Come now, that's a bit harsh. I only just got here, and you're already sending me back down?
그리고 CEO의 허락이 아니라도 올라올 수
Besides-
있잖아요.
Besides, I can come up without the CEO's permission.
그럼 설마
Are you saying?
이사회에서 우리 동생이 요즘 엄청 힘들다고 하도 난리들을 부려가.
The board has been making a fuss about how much you've been struggling lately.
이렇게 무리를 해서 올라온 거 아니에요.
I went through all this trouble just to make this trip here.
그 자식들이
Those bastards!
오죽하면 지하에 처박혀 있던 내한테까지 그 소식이 들리겠어요.
It must be pretty bad if word reached even me. Shut way down in that basement.
안 그래요?
Wouldn't you say?
여기도 지하인데 지하락하니까 좀 웃기네.
We're underground here too, so it's a little funny to call my place a basement.
너
You!
듣자니 뭐라 했더라?
Now, what was it that I heard?
실적을 내야 한다고 했죠.
Something about needing to deliver results, right?
혁신을 내놓으라고 하는 것 같은데 맞나요?
It seems what they want from you is innovation, no?
맞든 안 맞든 네가 알 필요 없어.
Whether it's true or not, it's none of your concern.
그걸 써요.
Use it.
히어로 니케.
The hero Nikkei.
이제 아버지도 없겠다. 쓸 수 있잖아요.
Now that father's gone, you can use it, can't you?
네가 알 필요 없다고 했지.
I said it's none of your concern!
그리고
Besides,
그건 안 써. 그걸 쓰지 않고도 할 수 있어.
I won't use it. I can do this without it.
아버님이 싫어하신 건 하지 않아.
I won't use something father disapproved of.
슈엔,
Siwon,
니는 아직도 정말 아버지가 그걸 싫어했을 거라고 생각해요?
do you still truly believe father disliked it? Even now?
그건
I mean,
이젠 당신도 알 텐데요.
by now, even you must know.
당신이 만든 그걸 지금 이 순간까지도 아무도 만들어내지 못했다는 걸.
No one has managed to match what you created, even to this very day.
그럼 아버님은
Then why did father?
하긴 하겠노. 다른 목적이 있으니까 그랬겠지.
Why else? Because he had ulterior motives.
다른 목적?
Ulterior motives?
좋다. 그럼 이래 생각해보죠.
Fine. Let's think of it this way.
아버지가 왜 니를 그 자리에 앉혔을 거라고 생각해요?
Why do you suppose father put you in that seat?
네가 내보다 적통이라서?
Because you're the legitimate heir and I'm not?
아버지가 다른 건 몰라도 그런 것에서 차별하지 않았다는 걸 알았을 텐데.
You of all people should know that, for all his other faults, father would never discriminate based on something like that.
누가 그걸 모른대?
Who says I don't know that?
아버님에 대해 잘 아는 척 말하지 마.
Don't talk as if you know father so well.
그럼 답은 하나 아이가?
Then there's only one answer, isn't there?
네가 그 설계도를 만들었기 때문이잖아.
It's because you made that blueprint.
내가 히어로 니케를 만들었기 때문이라고?
Because I made the hero NIKKE?
그래요.
That's right.
새로운 방향의 니케를 만들 수 있는 능력이 된다고 생각하니까
He believed you were capable of taking NIKKE's in a new direction.
네한테 그 자리를 준 거예요.
That's why he gave you that position.
내가 아니라.
Not me.
그 사람이 거짓말쟁이이긴 하지만 그래도 사람 보는 눈은 정확했어요.
That man may have been a liar, but he had an infallible eye for talent.
내가 생각해도 그때 난 눈이 좀 돌아 있었거든요.
Looking back, even I can admit that I was a little unhinged.
속내를 뻔히 드러내고 있을 만큼.
My true intentions were showing plain as day.
내 같아도 그런 애한테 자기 CEO는 안 맡긴다.
Even I wouldn't hand the CEO position over to someone like that.
아버님을 함부로 말하지 마!
Watch what you say about father!
그때 그 꼴을 당하고도 아직도 감쌀 마음이 드나 보네.
Even after everything he put you through, you're still protecting him?
정말 대단한 애정이네요, 우리 동생도.
What remarkable devotion, my dear little sister.
비꼬는 말하지 마! 아버님이 소중한 건 당연...
Don't mock me! Of course father means a lot to me.
그래요?
Is that so?
그래서 못 쓰는 건가?
Is that why you won't use it?
자신의 목적을 위해 딸의 노력을 짓밟고
For the sake of a man who trampled on his daughter's efforts to serve his own ambitions?
그런 주제에 거대한 자리를 내던져버리고 떠난 아버지를 위해
Someone who threw away his lofty position and vanished?
그 사람이 보고 있지 않은데도 지가 만든 최고의 역작을 사용하지 못할 만큼
Even though he's not here to see it, you still can't bring yourself to use the greatest masterpiece you ever created?
애정이라.
This devotion of yours.
그런 비효율적인 것에 목매는 거 보이 아직 여유로운갑네.
If you're still hung up on something that pointless, I suppose you're not quite desperate yet.
여 내려온 뒤로 이것저것 많은 걸 알게 돼가
Since going down there, I've learned all sorts of things.
지금은 옛날만큼 네 자리가 탐나지 않긴 한데
I don't covet your position quite as much as I used to anymore.
내도 진심으로 다시 CEO 자리를 노려보면 좋을까?
But maybe I should start gunning for the CEO title again. What?
그러니까 여유 부리지 말라고요.
What I'm saying is, don't get complacent.
그렇게 자꾸 방심한 모습 보이면
If you keep letting your guard down like this,
뭐랄까
how should I put it?
그럴 마음이 없다가도 다시 달려들고 싶어지잖아요.
It kind of makes me want to go after your position again, even when I had no intentions of it.
놈,
You psychopath! I almost feel like that's supposed to be you bitch. As like the closest actual approximation with the censorship.
너무 그렇게 화내지 말아요.
Don't get so worked up. And also, Shuan saying you bitch instead of you psychopath would actually work a lot better given that Maxwell had previously said that Shuan has been cursing a lot. So, yeah, let Shuan call Jian a bitch. It would fit. It would be in line. Don't get so worked up.
오늘은 진짜로 동생 얼굴 보고 싶어서 온 것뿐이니까.
I really did come here today just to see your face. Jian rises from her seat.
처음에 또 놀러 올게요.
I'll come visit again sometime.
다신 오지 마.
Don't ever show your face around here! Jian steps out the door.
결국 올라온 모양이네.
Oh, you came up after all.
이사회에서 움직이기 시작한 건가?
Has the board started making its move?
세상에, 이게 누구예요?
Well, well, look who it is.
맥스웰 씨, 오랜만이네요.
Maxwell, it's been a while.
오랜만이네, 지엔.
Long time no see, Jian.
스카우트 제이는 왜 거절했어요?
Why did you turn down my recruitment offer?
섭섭하게.
That really hurt my feelings, you know.
난 아래보다는 위에 있는 게 더 좋아서.
I prefer being up here to being down there.
에이, 여나 거나 다 똑같은 지하지 뭐.
Come now, whether it's here or there, it's all underground.
그래도 하는 일은 다르잖아?
Sure, but the work's different, isn't it?
괜히 MMR이 아래에 있는 건 아닐 테니까.
MMR isn't buried down in the depths for no reason.
에이, 너무 또 그렇게까지 선 나누지 맙시다.
Aw, come on. There's no need to draw such hard lines.
니케 관련 개발에 어둠과 빛이 따로 있나?
When it comes to NIKKE development, is there really a light side and a dark side?
사람 갖고 개발하는 거 다 똑같지.
Either way, you're making something out of people. It's all the same.
당신 같은 니케 무장의 권위자가 들어오면 MMR도 좀 더 성과를 낼 수 있을 것 같았는데.
I'd thought that with someone as renowned in NIKKE weaponry as you on board, MMR might achieve better results.
아쉽네요.
Such a shame.
에이, 권위자라니 너무 지켜 올려준다.
Oh, please, I'm not renowned. You're giving me far too much credit.
아래에 좋은 인재가 얼마나 많은데
Besides, there's no shortage of fine talent down below.
나 정도는 좀 위에 있어도 괜찮지 않겠어?
So surely it's fine if someone like me can stay up here.
아니면 왜?
Don't tell me.
동생 옆에 좋은 사람이 있는 게 좀 안 입고 온 건가?
Does it bother you that your little sister has good people by her side?
그럴 리가요.
Not at all.
귀여운 동생 옆에 이래 든든한 사람이 있다니 언니로서 안 입고 올 리가 있나요?
What kind of person would resent having someone as dependable as you by her cute little sister's side?
다만
Then again,
그렇다기엔 내 동생이 요즘 너무 욕을 먹고 있네.
my little sister's been getting a lot of flack lately, hasn't she?
그것도 성과가 없다는 이유로.
And over a lack of results, no less.
이걸 쓸만해 보였던 부하가 생각보다 쓸모 없었던 거라고 판단해야 할까요?
Should I conclude that a subordinate who initially seemed promising turned out less useful than expected?
아니면 쓸만한 부하를 제대로 못 굴리는 상사의 문제라고 판단해야 할까요?
Or does the problem lie with a superior who can't properly utilize a capable subordinate?
그것도 아니면
Or maybe...
우리 유능한 맥스웰 씨도 내심 내가 CEO가 되길 바라고 있었다던가?
Our oh-so-capable Maxwell has secretly been hoping I'd become CEO all along.
그건 절대 아닐 것 같은데.
I can assure you that isn't the case.
이래봬도 저 성질 나쁜 꼬맹이랑 같이 지낸 지 그쪽보다 오래돼서 말이야.
Believe it or not, I've spent more time with that ill-tempered pipsqueak than you ever have.
그래요?
Is that so?
그렇다기엔 관계가 옛날만 하진 않은 것 같던데.
You say that, and yet your relationship doesn't seem quite the same as it used to be.
원래 크면 클수록 관계도 멀어지는 거지. 슈엔도 이제 다 큰 어른이니까.
That's just how it goes. The older you get, the more people drift apart. Yuan's a grown adult now, after all.
그렇네요. 이제 슈엔도 더는 아가가 아니죠.
That's true. Yuan isn't my sweetie pie anymore either.
그러니까 지금은 뭐 내가 무능한 걸로 해두자고.
But for now, let's just chalk it up to me being incompetent.
그래요.
Very well.
그럼 무능한 부하께서 잘 좀 해보세요. 내가 탐이 안 날 수 있게.
Then do try your best, my dear incompetent subordinate, so that I won't be tempted.
네, 그러죠.
Will do.
무능한 부하가 힘 좀 써보겠습니다.
This incompetent subordinate will give it her all.
그러니 얼른 원래 서식지로 돌아가 줄래?
In the meantime, how about you scurry back to your natural habitat already?
남의 소중한 CEO 꼬맹이 성질 좀 그만 긁고.
Quit picking on my precious pipsqueak of a CEO.
그러죠.
Sure. Jian walks off.
아, 기빨려.
Eesh, that was draining.
저놈 저거 성격하고는 지아버지랑 똑같아가지고. 어휴.
That attitude of hers. She's exactly like her father. Good grief.
슈에는 괜찮으려나?
I wonder if Siwen's okay. Maxwell steps into Siwen's room.
슈엔, 괜찮아? 방금 지엔이 방 안에서 나오던데.
Siwen? Siwen, are you okay? I just saw Jian coming out of your room.
뭐야? 사람이 들어왔는데 왜 아무 말도...
What's with you? Someone walks in and you don't say anything? Siwen is staring intently at the tablet in her hands.
너 그거...
Wait, isn't that... The hero Nikke is displayed on the tablet screen. Matisse, Side A. Testing, testing!
방주의 시민 여러분, 잘 지냈어?
Citizens of the Ark, how have you all been?
요즘 우리 미실리스에 대해서, 또 나에 대해서
There's been a lot of talk about Missilus and me as of late,
이런저런 불필요한 걱정들이 많았던 것으로 아는데
and I understand there's been a lot of needless concern.
이를테면 뭐 새로운 혁신이 없다든가
For instance, complaints of a lack of innovation,
무능하다든가 뭐 그런 것들이었지.
or that I'm incompetent, that sort of thing.
그래서 이번에 특별히 더는 걱정하지 않아도 된다는 의미로 재미있는 걸 보여주러 왔어.
So, to put an end to those worries, I'm here to present something interesting to you all.
너희가 그렇게 바라던 그 혁신
The very innovation you've all been waiting for.
지금부터 보여줄게.
Behold! Letters pop up on the screen behind Siwen. Missilus Industry Advanced Technology Invincible Squad.
이름하여 프로젝트 매티스.
Introducing Project MATIS,
우리 미실리스 인더스트리의 기술의 집약체를
the culmination of all the technology Missilus Industry has to offer.
이전의 어중이 떠중이들과는 다른
Nothing like the mediocrity that came before.
그야말로 니케 원형 오리지널의 힘을 가진 새로운 니케.
The true Nikke archetype. A new Nikke that wields the power of the original.
인류를 구원할 새로운 히어로 니케 스쿼드를 만들어 보이겠다는 뜻이야.
I intend to build a new Hero Nikke squad that will save humanity.
그러니 더는 불안해 말고 기대하고 있도록 해.
So put your worries aside and start getting excited.
우리 미실리스가 니케 기술의 오리지널임을
Missilus is the originator of Nikke technology.
모두에게 확실히 보여줄 테니까.
This would be made plain for everyone to see.
그런 의미에서 지금부터 매티스의 니케가 될 사람들의 지원을 받을 거야.
With that in mind, we'll now be accepting applications for those interested in becoming Nikkes for Matisse.
진정한 히어로는 마음도 히어로여야만 하니까
A true hero must have the heart of a hero.
누구라도 좋아.
Anyone is welcome to apply.
마음속에 히어로가 되고 싶은 열망을 가진 사람이라면
Any,
누구나
anyone who holds in their heart a burning desire to become a hero,
미실리스 인더스트리의 문을 두드리도록 해.
come knock on the doors of Missilus Industry.
위대한 프로젝트인 만큼 분명 많은 위험을 동반하겠지만
Given the scale of such a grand project, there will no doubt be significant risks involved.
미실리스의 이름을 걸고 그에 대한 사례는 분명히 할 테니까.
But I assure you on the very reputation of Matisse itself that you will be fairly compensated.
그럼
Well then,
면접장에서 보도록 하지.
I'll see you at the interviews. A girl watches the TV, her eyes glimmering.
히어로가 되고 싶은 사람은 누구나
Anyone who wants to become a hero?
드디어
Finally!
나도 히어로가 될 수 있어.
I can become a hero too! A few days later, after Siwon's televised speech airs across the arc, Silas Industry receives a flood of applications.
지원 동기요?
My reason for applying?
그야 당연히 히어로가 되기 위해 왔죠. 다른 것도 아니고 미실리스니까.
Well, I want to become a hero, of course. It's Bacillus after all.
그래서 말인데 만약 이 프로젝트에 참가하게 되면 보상은 어떻게?
So, I was wondering, if I do get to take part in this project, how would the compensation work?
성공작이 되면 또 보상이 달라지게 되는 걸까요?
And if it turns out to be a success, does that affect the compensation?
그 참가하게 되면 돈은 바로 지급되는 걸까요? 다른 게 아니라 지금 제가 돈이 좀 급해서.
If I join, would the payment be made right away? It's just that I'm a bit pressed for cash at the moment. Some people come because they're desperate for money.
소문을 들었는데 이 프로젝트에서 니케가 되면
There are rumors that if you become a NIKKE in this project,
일반적인 니케가 아니라 특별한 니케가 된다고 들었습니다.
you won't get turned into a regular NIKKE, but a special one.
그 뭐냐 프리티나 앱솔루트라는 걔들보다도 유명해진다고 들었는데 맞습니까?
And I heard that we'd become even more famous than those squads. Pretty or Absolute? Is that true? I mean, Pretty wasn't a squad, but I mean, yeah, famous.
위험하단 건 그냥 겁주는 거라던데 그건 진짜입니까?
They said the stuff about it being too dangerous is just to keep people away. Is that actually the case? Then, there are those who are swept up by rumors and drawn in out of curiosity.
지원 동기요?
My reason for applying?
어머니가 집에 도움이 되라고 해서 아니 도움이 되면 좋겠다고 하셔서.
My mother said it would help our family. I mean, she said she hoped I could be of help.
도움이 되는 사람이 되고 싶어서
I came
왔습니다.
because I want to be of use to someone. Some are reluctantly dragged in at someone else's insistence.
이곳에서는 숙식 걱정을 안 해도 된다고 들었는데
I heard that I wouldn't have to worry about room and board,
그 돈도 준다고 들었는데요.
and I heard there's pay involved.
프로젝트에 참가한 모두에게 주는 것 맞나요?
Everyone who joins the project gets compensated, right?
그럼요. 전부 맞습니다. 프로젝트 기간 동안 숙식은 물론
Of course. All of that is correct. Room and board are provided for the duration of the project,
위험 수당에 따른 비용도 모두
어머.
지급됩니다.
along with full hazard pay.
그렇군요. 다행이다.
I see. That's a relief.
더 질문하실 게 있을까요?
Do you have any further questions?
아니요. 이걸로 충분합니다.
No, that's all the questions I had.
네, 그럼 면접은 이걸로 마치겠습니다.
All right, then that concludes our interview.
나가시면 바로 신체 스펙 테스트를 하실 테니까 그것까지 하고 귀가하시면 됩니다.
On your way out, you'll take a test determining your physical fitness. Finish that, and you're free to head home.
합격하실 경우 일주일 안에 유선상으로 연락드릴 테니까 꼭 받아주세요.
If you're accepted, we'll contact you by phone within a week, so be sure to answer.
네.
Okay. The nervous girl leaves the interview room.
몸 뻐근해라.
I'm so stiff.
그럼 바로 다음 면접자를...
All right, let's bring in the next applicant.
잠시만.
Hold on.
왜 그래?
What's wrong?
어디 안 좋아?
Are you not feeling well?
마음에 안 들어.
I don't like them.
뭐?
What?
죄다 마음에 안 든다고.
I don't like a single one of them.
어떻게 순수하게 히어로가 되고 싶어서 온 놈이 아무도 없을 수가 있어?
How is it that not one of them came purely because they want to be a hero?
요즘 시대에 그런 사람이 있을 리가 없잖아.
No one likes that exists in this day and age.
현실은 전대물 영화가 아니라고.
This is real life, not some superhero movie.
지상에서 랩처에 모두 죽어나가던 옛날이면 모를까.
Maybe back in the old days when raptors were slaughtering us up on the
이
surface.
방주에서 니케가 어떻게 만들어지는지 모르는 사람은 이제 없어.
But there's not a single person in the arc who doesn't know how a Nikke is made.
다들 어쩔 수 없어서 개인의 목적을 위해 니케가 되는 시대라고.
We're in an era where everyone becomes a Nikke out of personal necessity.
게다가 새로운 방향의 니케 연구라니
On top of that, this is research into a new direction for Nikkes.
얼마나 고생할지 뻔히 보이잖아?
It's pretty obvious how grueling it's going to be.
그러니 돈이나 명예를 챙길 수 있는지 떠보러 오거나
So people are either here chasing money or fame,
타인의 이득을 위해 억지로 끌려오는 것 말고는 없는 거지.
or they're dragged in here for someone else's benefit.
그럼 앞으로 봐야 할 것도 죄다 저런 것들 뿐이라고?
So it's only going to be more of the same type of people?
뭐 만에 하나는 모르는 일이지만 대다수가 그럴 거야.
Well, there might be a diamond in the rough, but yeah, the vast majority will be the same.
아이씨,
Yuan rises from her seat.
뭐야, 왜 일어나? 우리 아직 면접 볼 거 남았어.
What? Why are you getting up? We still got some interviews left.
나 갈래.
I'm leaving.
지금 나가겠다고? 아직 면접 남았는데?
You want to leave now? But we're not finished.
몰라, 머리 아파. 네가 알아서 뽑아.
I don't care. I've got a headache. You pick them.
총 책임자는 넌데 어떻게 너 없이?
But you're the one in charge. How am I supposed to do this without you?
어차피 다 똑같은 놈들이라며. 그럼 네가 대충 알아서 뽑아 놓으라고.
You said they're all the same anyway. Just pick whoever you like.
잠깐만, 슈엔!
Wait, Suen! Suen walks out of the interview room. Matisse, side B. In the break room at the far right end of the third floor hallway, Suen's secret hideaway remains unknown to anyone.
역시 오늘도 아무도 없네.
No one's here today, as usual. Practiced ease, Suen takes a cake from the fridge. Wait, if no one uses it, how is there still cake in that fridge? She pulls out a chair from the empty meeting room and takes a seat.
아, 그딴 것들로 히어로를 만들라고?
They expect me to make heroes?
그딴 것들로.
Out of those people?
마인드가 그따위여서야 결국 나오는 건 고철들일 뿐일 텐데.
Mindsets like those, all we'll end up with is scrap metal. Suen takes a forkful of cake and shoves it into her mouth.
이놈이고 저놈이고
They're all the same.
마음에 드는 게 하나도 없어.
None of them are any good. Yeah, no, it all sounds like she's cracking the plate every time she goes to take a bite.
지엔 때문에 반쯤 충동적으로 결정한 것 같은데
I feel like I made this decision impulsively because of Jian.
이게 맞는 걸까?
Is this even right?
아버님이 그렇게나 싫어했던 이걸 만들려고 한 게 맞나?
Is it really right of me to try to create the very thing Father hated so much?
히어로 니케를 정말 만들 수 있긴 한 건가?
Can a hero Nikke really even be made?
만들 수 있다!
Yes, it can be made! From a corner of the dark meeting room, a tiny girl rises to her feet.
뭐야 너!
Oh shit, that's little Lupulus? Okay. What the? Ew!
언제 여기에 들어온 거야?
When did you get here?
언제?
When?
네가 들어오기 전에 먼저 들어와 있었다.
I was already in here before you came in.
먼저 들어와 있었다고?
You were in here first?
그럼 있으면 있다고 말을 했어야지.
Then you should have said you were in here.
미안하다. 잠깐 피해 있는다는 게 잠이 들어버렸다.
I'm sorry. I only wanted to find somewhere to lie low, but I fell asleep.
그보다
More importantly, the tiny girl draws closer, her eyes gleaming as she gazes at Suen.
나 너를 본 적 있다.
I've seen you before.
TV 속에서 봤다.
I saw you on TV.
인류를 구원할 새로운 히어로 니케 스쿼드를 만들겠다고.
You're gonna create a new hero squad. A new hero Nikke squad to save humanity.
히어로가 되고 싶은 열망이 있다면 누구나 찾아오라고 했다.
You said anyone who dreams of becoming a hero should come find you.
그게 너 맞나?
That is you, isn't it?
맞는데 왜?
It is. What's it to you?
그럼 내가 누군진 알 테고.
So you know who I am?
맞다, 안다.
I do!
히어로 만들어주는 사람 아닌가?
You're the one who makes heroes, aren't you?
아니, 너 난 몰라?
Wait, you don't know who I am?
히어로 만들어주는 사람 아닌가?
You're the one who makes heroes, aren't you?
이야기가 왜 이렇게 뱅글뱅글 돌아?
This conversation is going in circles.
그거 말고 내 이름 뭔지 아냐고?
I'm asking if you know my name.
이름? 알아야 하나?
Your name? Am I supposed to know it?
너야말로 뭐야? 누군데 여기 있는데?
Who exactly are you? And what are you doing in here?
나는 라플라스, 히어로가 되기 위해 온 사람이다.
I'm Laplace, and I've come to become a hero. You know, it is a little weird, honestly, when a lot of the Nikkes still have their names from when they were human. Rappy, I can say, is an exception. But then when it comes to, like, Laplace and Maxwell, like, yeah, hell, even Anise, I thought was a little weird, just considering her eventual relation with Prika and Mint. Neon, at least we got to get verification that she went under a different name prior, and took the name Neon after becoming a Nikke. But I think it would help a little more, like, if Laplace and Maxwell had different names from when they were human.
뭐?
What?
히어로가 되기 위해 왔다고 했다.
Said I've come to become a hero.
그러니 케이크를 한 입만 나눠주지 않겠는가?
Did you share a bite of that cake?
뭐야?
What?
이 미친놈은.
You lunatic! Again, I love the censor for the Korean voices. You lunatic! Project Matisse. To be continued. Well, we've met Laplace in the story, so I mean, all that's left is to wait until story 2 and the epilogue come along to wrap up the story. And it seems like Drake is not going to show up for the story unless it's in like the very back half of story 2, where like she shows up and they reminisce like, oh yeah, and then this is when I joined up. Cause like that's the only reason why there'd be both the Laplace and Maxwell banners at the same time right now. Because otherwise they'd just have one of them for right now, and then they'd have the other for the following week. And then they'd do another short event just for Drake so that she could have her own banner, but whatever. I do think that's a good spot to call it. So, until next time, this has been the Asher Guardian. See ya.